Okay, welcome everybody to EBINOTTIintuition. Today we're doing a pick a card reading. As you can see, we've got our 3 piles out here in front of us. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. I know I've been MIA for quite some time, pretty much all of 2020. So if you missed me, if you missed these readings, know that I did too. It was a crazy year. I mean, we all went through it, right? The pandemic. I've had a lot of stuff go on, a lot of things change in my life over the year. If you guys are curious about that and me personally, there's 2 things you can do. One, you can go follow me on Instagram at EBINOTTI Beauty. You can also follow my beauty channel here on YouTube, EBINOTTI Beauty as well. I'm also going to be posting a video, a little chit chat, a little chitty chatty. So you guys can get to know me a little bit, get to know what EBINOTTI's all about. If you're new, like I said, most of you guys are new, but we do have some returning subscribers. So I just want you guys to get to know me a little bit better and know what this is all about, this platform, what I'm going to be doing with it this year. I am back. Hello, if you've missed me. Oh God, I've missed you guys so much. I've missed doing this, going through this process with you guys. The internal stuff, you know, the spirituality, the emotional intelligence that's required to maneuver adult life as a human being on this fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting into it. I'm really excited about today's reading. We've got the new moon in Aries, coming up in just a couple days here on Sunday if you're in the northern hemisphere or the western hemisphere like I am. So yeah, Sunday, new moon, Aries, fire season. We are at the beginning of the zodiac again. Pisces in March finished us off in the zodiac with the 12th house. Today, we're going to be talking all about that newness. We got the new moon, we got the start of the zodiac. You know, spring season. We're finally in spring, thank God. If you're from the north, like we the north, you know, like I am Canadian, then your spring might be looking a lot like ours right now, where there's snow and then there's sun. Today we've actually got a decently sunny day as I look out the other window and see the like dark looming clouds over on the horizon. No big deal though, you know how it is. There's like all 4 seasons in one day, especially in spring. So I'm pretty excited about this and I hope you guys are too. If you're new, let me break down the pick a card and these readings for you real quick. You've got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 to choose from. When you've chosen your reading, because each of these are individual readings, you can go down in the description bar, boo, 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 down there, click the little arrow to like open up the description bar, to get the timestamps, and that'll take you when you know, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, that'll take you right to your reading, so you don't have to like try to find it in the timeline of this video. Also, I pin it at the top of the comments section, just in case you don't know how to navigate the description bar. That's fine. It's at the top of the comment section, so just scroll down in this window and you'll find the timestamps there. I want to tell you guys a little bit about these crystals. So we've got sodalite, obsidian, and clear quartz today. These I picked really specifically because the mood that I'm feeling the collective is in right now. It's been a rough month. March was rough, wasn't it? If you've been feeling tired, like exhaustion, you know, like you sleep 8 hours, you wake up fucking exhausted. Like if you've been feeling tired for no reason, just really kind of like out of sorts, especially like cognitive function, how your brain has been functioning, or anything like that, you know, connecting brain to body, hand-eye coordination, any kind of dizziness or anything like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a doctor, I'm not trying to, you know, tell you what your dizziness is from, but if you've been feeling these things a little out of the norm and it doesn't feel like a major illness to you, just know that you're not alone in that. The collective is actually going through this right now. We had a big shift in the Spring Equinox, which was at the end of March, or just in the last week of March. That shift was major. Oh my goodness. All the planets went direct at pretty much the same time, like within a couple days of each other. Boom, all the planets were direct. So we had this massive shifting into forward momentum. The only problem is there was no energy to back it. You know, and that can make us feel really kind of anxious. It can make us procrastinate, make us feel like we're not getting anything done. So I was just watching a video from Haley Gamba If you're into the beauty community here on YouTube, you might know who that is, but she's kind of like a self-care queen. I'll try to remember to link her down below, but if I forget for any reason you wanted that link, just remind me in the comment section and I'll drop the link in for you real quick. But I was just watching a little morning chat with her, like a new series she's doing, which I'm loving, by the way. Haley, what up? Hit me up. I love you. And the morning chat was really cool this morning because it was talking about discipline and how important discipline is to feeling good, to feeling like yourself, to feeling like you're getting shit done. So if you've been feeling, like I said, really tired, really shitty, unexplainable why lately, emotionally like a roller coaster, all of that stuff, then I think discipline is where we need to go, starting now, moving forward. This was my morning routine, so I'm just bringing it in for the collective here. I think this can really help us out. Now, ways that I'm going to implement this, and I think would be great to implement this, is affirmations, journaling, meditating early in the morning. Okay, so instead of waking up and jumping on social media and checking all the notifications and hitting up your friend that you didn't get back to her snap last night, what up, Karaya? You know, all that kind of stuff. Instead of doing that right away, get up, you know, grab yourself your coffee, your tea, your fucking lemon water, whatever you do in the morning. Sit down for a second, maybe by a window, or, you know, if you haven't like opened the blinds and stuff yet, then just sit down somewhere kind of like with mellow lighting and just relax for a second. Allow, because, you know, like when we wake up, all the shit from yesterday, it isn't there with us, but we bring it. You know what I mean? We like actively decide we're going to think about all the shit that went down yesterday. But that's an unnecessary thing that we do. That's like our, you know, our fucking lizard brain coming in to be like, boom, this is what we're going to think about. So there's not a lot of newness in that. You know what I mean? Like if you're feeling it right now, it's kind of like this drudging on feeling, which is not hot. That is never a fucking good way to feel. You know, like we don't want to feel like every day is the same. And especially with the pandemic, we've all been in quarantine, things are locked down, then they're fucking open, then you have to wear a mask, then you have to this, and vaccines, la 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 la. You know, there's just a lot going on in the world right now. So I think it's really important to just take a second in the morning and allow all of that shit to come up if it's necessary, but take your mind elsewhere. Focus on the things that matter to you, what you want to get done today, what the goals for the week, the month, and the year are. Like I find when I blow it out, like pull the fuck back, you know, from yesterday and in the moment and social things and work, you know, the job, all that. When I pull it back and think of what my goals for the year are, I immediately have a different focus in my day. And discipline is easier. Getting done the things that I want to get done, like eating 3 meals a day and drinking a bit more water. You know, getting an exercise in and making sure I do my stretching. Like stretching for me is such a big thing. It's like the physical meditation for my body, you know, whether you're into yoga or any of that kind of stuff. Even if you've never done that, you're not even interested in, stretching can be so good. For me, it's everything. It's life. When I take the time, about an hour and a half sometimes, to stretch, like while I'm watching a movie or while I'm winding down at night, like after a hot bath, before I crawl into bed, I just kind of get on the floor and like stretch it out a little bit. Oh my God, makes such a difference to how I feel like I'm connecting to my body and how my body physically just feels, you know, like, so that's something, you know, discipline that I think we can focus on. Come up with your own things. That's why journaling in the morning is so great, because you can get out all the emotional shit, but you can actually write like, you know, to-do lists or things you want to focus on. It might be messy in the beginning where it's not like, you know, I used to never go back in my journals, meaning I'd write a to-do list that day, but I'd never look at the to-do list again because I want a fresh page. I want something new. So I kind of had to like find my own way to maneuver my morning routines, my journals, to keep things organized, but also to kind of like meaning I use my journals in 2 different ways. You know, I use it to just get the shit out of my head so it's not all jumbled. Say I don't have anyone I can talk to over a coffee because we're not allowed to fucking be together right now. My journal is kind of like my best friend in that sense. It doesn't care if I'm messy and organized. I have special journals for when things are super clear and you know, fucking crystal clear. I have like a plan of action. I have certain journals for like those clean thoughts and plans. You know what I mean? Everything else is just kind of like messy. And I do force myself to flip through the last 3, 4, 5 pages in my journal. That made, for me, goals for 2021, that's made a huge difference. So I'm assuming by now, I'll stop rambling. I'm assuming by now you've chose your pile. So, you know, if you did listen to all this and make it this far, thank you. Welcome. I am EBINOTTI. We are going in this year. We're going to be on this journey together. I'm not going to leave you guys again. Don't worry. I will be here for you, giving you, you know, everything that I'm working on, everything that that's important right now, you know, at least from the perspective of EBINOTTI and what, you know, this brand is all about. So you guys are going to see a lot more of that this year. If you have any questions or anything, drop it in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. I love to hear what you're going on. Wow. It's not even Mercury retrograde, and this is going to be a bit of a jumbled video. It's been a hot minute, and my communication lately has just been, my mind just goes really fast and my mouth doesn't. So yeah, I can't even remember what I was just saying there. So that's it. We're gonna get into it. All right, so click that link and I will see you in your reading. Okay, and if you chose pile number 1 with the sodalite little tower, then this is gonna be your reading. Just want to give you a nice look at that crystal. It's such a pretty one. I like pretty much all blue crystals. Blue crystals really do it for me for the most part. So maybe you're like that too. We'll talk a little bit about this crystal afterwards if it comes up. We're going to start off your reading today with a few oracle cards, a crystal card, and a couple of Path of the Soul oracle cards. So let's get into that. And then we're going to do a whole bunch of tarot cards. Okay? Okay. So first, Path of the Soul. This is an oracle card, so we're going to see what that's all about today. Oh, that's funny. When I was shuffling, this card came up a bunch of times. Let's see if I can get you a good view of it. Card number 17, called Treasure. It's a great card to have. I like. Ooh, Royal Order. Card number 35. These are fractal images. If you don't know what that is, that's not a big deal. It just means that you might get, you know, your own personal messages or whatever off of these. So keep your intuition wide open while we're doing this reading. So that's your first 2 cards. I'm going to put these up here for you. Okay, and then for your crystal, this is your new moon reading. So it's going to be for the next 2 weeks until we get into the full moon energy. But it could also be coming up for the next month for you. So this crystal will help you in whatever you got going on. There's always something. And this could be a crystal you might be interested in. Okay, so carnelian, that's so great. This is definitely the crystal that we're working with this month in Aries season at EBINOTTI. Carnelian is a beautiful stone. I've got one piece of it here. This is an egg, nice and dark and rich in that carnelian blood red orange kind of color. I'm going to show you another piece of it that I have that I just covered up with this card, which is back here. It's another piece of carnelian, so it's not always, you know, dark or red or whatever. This one I love because it's so white. There's so much of the white in it. So yeah, carnelian, and it says action. Okay. Okay, so let's get into it. See what else. Well, now, actually, you know what? I want to keep these oracle cards up front here. Can you see that good? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. So we've got 3 different oracle decks that we're using. We're going to use, I link all the decks below too, or at least list them. I'm really bad for putting links. But I at least list them down below if you guys are curious about getting these decks yourself. I am Canadian, keep that in mind, so they're usually Canadian links if you're shopping on Amazon, or if they're Amazon links or anything like that. You can always just highlight the description, the name of the deck, and then drop it into, you know, wherever you're shopping, or American or UK Amazon or whatever. So starting off with the Crow Tarot, then we're going to do the Tarot de la Nuit, or the Tarot of the Night. And then we're going to use for our last 3 tarot cards this deck, which is basically just a Rider-Waite deck. I think it's called Beginner's Tarot or something, and it's holographic, so it makes it a little fun. It looks really good on camera. I love it. So we're going to do 9 of our first set of tarot cards. Our central card will be the 5th one. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. I will show you. then we're going to do 6, so 3 and 3, and then we're going to do our final 3. So let's do it. Let's see what the fuck you got going on for the next couple weeks with this new moon in Aries. Okay, I feel like it's already going to be very interesting. I'm not going to give you any of the messages just off these oracle cards, so I want to get into it. I want to see. So first card, bam. Ooh. Major Arcana. I like it. Number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Lovely. It's a lovely way to start. Very fortuitous. Another Major Arcana, this time number 17, the Star. Love that. Blessings on blessings here. This is very lucky energy. You know, wish fulfillment and the Wheel of Fortune or fate. So I really like that. That's all about, you know, things turning in your favor. About fucking time is kind of how I feel that. But there's a natural order to things that we have to follow when we're on path. And I think that's what's writing for you right now is you're going to start to understand some of these cycles that you've been going through and what that's all about right now. It's definitely action season, so take that as it pertains to you. It might be taking action to take time off. It might be taking action to do more, you know, self-care, self-help, self-writing, like write yourself or writing, whatever that works for you. Let's get your next one. Ooh, 9 of Cups. I like it. 9 of Cups is, you know, the stars aligning for you. We've got a 9 and a 10 out here. I'm liking. It's emotional. We've got a lot of water energy here and some earth energy as well. Let's get the next card. King of Cups. Okay, I like this. This feels a lot like your energy, but it could be somebody in your life that's very emotionally intelligent. They've kind of got a great disposition. Again, this could be you. A great disposition here, you know, the ability to handle things in the way that we want as opposed to reacting to situations. So I feel like that's been something that's been coming up here for the last, you know, maybe month or two. I know I've been away a while. I will not leave you again. Don't worry. I'm here with you now. But this is kind of where we want to go, where we want to be, and the kind of people we want to have in our life. So to be vibrating in this energy right now is great. It really is mastery of the emotions. So this is, you know, whether you journal or have affirmations, this is having a self-care routine, you know, being able to take care of yourself, but focusing on that actively. So I like that. In terms of masculine energy here, very much so has the feeling of that royal order and action, very masculine energy, you know, where things are linear and practical, but also simplified. Simplifying the emotions, if there's been emotional barriers, conflict, that kind of thing going on recently, especially within the friend group or the people close, you know, the immediate circle, lovers, friends, you know, close family, that kind of thing. We want to get back on path here, and that's how this wheel is turning in our favor, which is great. Let's see the next card. Yeah, see the 5 of Pentacles. And we're getting into our central energy here. This is going to be card 5. So we're going to have 4 cards on either side of this. So this is why I call this the central energy. Meaning, you know, if things have been, what is this emotion here? There's a lot of things that go into this card, but it's basically cold, broken, alone. It's a lonely energy. It's, you know, being cast out of something, or, you know, not fitting in where you are, not getting along with, you know, like you're kind of on your own here. Even if you're not alone in it, there's 1 or 2 others with you, maybe on, you know, your thoughts around COVID or this pandemic or vaccines or masks. Maybe it's not something so political and worldly. Maybe it's something more personal to you, you know, where things just haven't been very cohesive is the word that I'm getting. Cohesive. We're gonna read this card afterwards too, because it keeps like jumping out at me. So I want to get your first row of tarot cards out, and then we're gonna read that card. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles is really showing the shift from the 5 to the 10 here. Again, major arcana, that 10 is important, being your first card. And this is your central energy, so they coincide in a way here. It's like things emotionally are starting to right themselves, which is good. We need that right now so badly. So let's get your next 4 and see what's up. 6 of Cups, I like. It's a very nostalgic energy, whether that's, you know, you need to throw it back a little bit into some things that you used to love, music you used to listen to, you know, hobbies you used to have, something from that makes you feel good, something from your childhood, your teen years, your early 20s, you know, it could be any age watching this. So this is really taking it back, you know, looking at the reason you've gotten this far. You know, maybe you need to pat yourself on the back. Maybe you need to fucking tame the ego a little bit and have some humility. So we'll look a little bit more into that, but just starting off, that's what we get. Okay, next card. Yeah, the Tower. The Tower. It's a major arcana, number 16, okay? The Tower is pretty scary to a lot of people. To me, it's not, and it shouldn't be to you either, and here's why. Unless your life is exactly as you want it to be, the Tower is necessary sometimes. It's necessary because it's divine intervention. You see that lightning bolt? We don't control the weather. You know what I mean? That's some other shit. That's some other going on right there. And that's what's the most important here. Yes, it's chaos. Yes, it's things falling apart, foundations crumbling in our lives, things being removed, us being removed, or things being removed from our lives. It's necessary if things aren't all blessings. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel like the luckiest person in the world right now, then the Tower might be necessary to get you out of the situation that's holding you back based on what you authentically desire. Authentic desires is something you're going to hear me talk about a lot here, because we have all kinds of desires that are driven from ego and insecurity. But our authentic desires are in the heart space, okay? They stay with us from a very young age. There's a higher knowing there. When it comes to what we truly desire, what would truly fulfill us. And that's what I am all about when it comes to EBINOTTI, okay? So this right here is a little shocking. It's going to be a surprise. You got a surprise coming up in the next couple weeks here, and it looks like it's going to be the loss of something. So we're going to talk about that, but I will tell you right now that this is a blessing, hardly in disguise, okay? There's not a lot of disguise going on outside of the shock and impact that this is going to have on you. Action is required, but this might be the action. It's like, okay, so you didn't take the necessary steps in the last, say, 2 months or 2 years. I'm getting the 2 years vibe. This feels a bit career right now. You didn't take the necessary steps in the last 2 years to get yourself right here, right now, to exactly where you want to be. That's not off path. That's the royal order for you. That's the way things are meant to be, because in the last 2 years, you've learned something, done something, and you know, enhanced your skill set and your ability to do this thing that you want to do, or this thing that you're meant to do. So this is going to be some kind of divine intervention. And we've got fate energy coming out 2 times for you here. This is the kind of shit, the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower, that we don't get much of a say in. I mean, we do in the sense that we got ourselves here. Like I said, 2 years, you know what I mean? Took you to get this. But, you know, by the time this energy is on the board or in your sphere, it's done. You know what I mean? It's already done. Divine is intervening. They're taking care of it for you. So if you lose your job, your home, your spouse in the, you know, next couple weeks, just know that it's because of who you are and what you're meant to do here. I don't mean to freak you out, and we will get into this. Like I said, we're going to look at this a little bit more. I just want to get the whole picture out. So let's get the last 2. 3 of Cups. Normally a very celebratory energy. I'm not getting good vibes off this right now, so I'm going to move on. Last card. Yeah, another 3. I guess that's why. I did this whole process of shuffling. If you guys have seen my videos before, then you know I used to have a pretty set standard of how I did the cards, especially for new moon and full moon readings. I'm doing different things. We got a different altar. I'm doing different things. So it's 3, 6, 9. That's what this is all about. It's about that frequency, and you've got 2 3s, you've got a 6, you've got the 9 in your first spread. So that's significant. That stands out to me. It's not the only numbers here, so it's not the most important thing, but it is sticking out because of the energy I got off this 3 of Cups, which was third party energy. I'm going to be perfectly straight fucking forward and honest with you. Now, first we're going to talk about career, even though I'm putting this under the rose quartz, which is all about love. Quickly, then we'll talk about career. When it comes to your career, third party energy could be it's time. You know what I mean? One of y'all knows. You know exactly what I'm saying. It's time. What the fuck are you still doing there? Is the real question. You've wanted, if this message is for you, you've wanted to leave and do something else for quite some time and just haven't yet. Again, that procrastination energy. If you watched the whole intro, and if you didn't, you might want to go back and check it out. but that procrastination energy, you know what I mean, of not getting it done, not knowing if it's the right time. You know, we got a pandemic going on. Do I move right now? Do I change jobs right now? Do I move apartments, cities? Do I go back to, you know, be closer to my family, my parents? Is that smart? Do I, if you feel like you're going backwards, then it obviously, the wheel was spinning for you and you felt confused. Like it was the stars weren't aligning and you weren't in, you know, your emotions on it were a bit conflicted. Okay. So that's what's shifting now, is you're not fucking conflicted anymore, but you're in this sort of like procrastination stage where everything's just a bit stagnant and it's time to take action. The interesting thing about having the Tower out here too is, if that's terrifying to you, quitting your job right now, not to worry, things will work out for you. Like whatever in your life is in the way of this is being removed here. And that's, I know that's a bit scary, but when it comes to career, you know, like if there's an opportunity out there for you that's better and you would have never even considered, you know, bringing it in, accepting it, or looking at that, then losing your job would be a great blessing. It would be the wheel turning in your favor. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's jump into love now, because we have the 6 of Cups out here, the 3 of Cups, and another 3. And that was feeling very significant to me, because I do feel like there's another in this situation. Now, here's something that I've noticed in the collective. A lot of women are in, or feminine energy, divine feminines are, because we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, and I know gender's like this big weird topic right now, so I'm just gonna go with feminine and masculine energy. So if you hear me say he or she, or you know, men or women, I'm really talking about that kind of energy. So please accept and resonate that however you can. Okay, I'm not really that judgmental, my own personal opinions aside. In the third party energy here, we could have the feeling of looking at past relationships and how they have affected you, and what you've done action wise, right? Like what you've done, like really having a good look at who you are and what you've done. You know what I mean? Good and bad. The good, the bad, and the ugly, like they like to say. I think that's really important right now. So if you're not in a third party situation, meaning one, you or your partner is cheating right now, or considering cheating, or talking to other people and looking for someone to cheat with, do you know what I'm saying? Like, polyamory aside, if you're in a exclusive fucking relationship or any kind of, you know, connection, third party energy is obviously something we never want to see, especially when it comes up with the 6 of Cups, something from our past. It's like, sweet, he's talking to his ex. Like, nobody wants to think that. Yet the feminine energy for the last few months or year have been on that fucking train. And you know, if you're into astrology or you follow this stuff pretty heavily, then you'll see it, right? Because every astrologer has their own take on what's going on, but it's all painting a very specific picture, okay? And that picture is looking back at ancestral traumas, daddy issues, mommy issues, abandonment issues, abuse, you know, mentalities, strength, ego, humility, the whole thing. So in our relationships, I mean, we are overly skeptical. We are not trusting. We're battling sort of back and forth our ability to trust the other person and ourselves. And that's what it really comes down to. I'm pointing at you. Bah. Okay, that's what it really comes down to, is trusting yourself, because you can, you know, check their Instagram and watch them online and always be looking without even, you know, thinking that something's going on, but just keeping an eye because you don't want to get played, or you don't want to look stupid, or you don't want to get your fucking heart broken. I understand, okay? It's not always coming from a malicious mentality, but you're playing yourself, and here's why. If you trusted yourself, then you would know that you're in this relationship for a reason. It's as simple as that. You'd know that you're on path. You'd know that there's a royal order to your actions. You know what I mean? And to the blessings that come in for you. This is about your abilities, okay? Treasure, it's like how treasure, well, okay, the way I like to say it is your value. Are you worth a damn? How you feel about yourself, how you represent that when you know, put yourself out there to the world in any capacity. And how the world receives you. And this is all beautiful things. I love this little, like, you know, seahorse kind of image. Damn, man, I gotta figure this out. Maybe just get it fucking closer, huh? Huh? Yeah, that works. Okay, so when it comes down to it, self-love, self-care, value, you know what I mean? Carnelian, your stone there, this is about the lower chakras, has a lot to do with fear, guilt, oppression, you know, that kind of thing. So it's really important to be valuing yourself, but also to have the emotional intelligence to know that you can trust yourself, to know that no matter what kind of situation you're in, A, you're in it for a reason, B, you can handle it, and C, when it really comes down to it, you are on path, okay, for whatever fucking reason, meant to be. That's the truth of it. You know, this is about celebrating and looking at the future, you know, allowing things to come into you. The Tower being here shows that there's a lot to clean up from the past, okay? There's some kind of recent loss, a breakup, the feeling of moving backwards in your life and going all the way back emotionally in your relationships. Like, what the hell? I'm way more advanced than this. What, you know, I'm the master of emotions. Why do I feel like this right now? You know, like things are shit, and that you're always looking over your shoulder and you're very skeptical. And I can tell you from personal experience, there's a lot in the collective that needs healing, and there's a lot of people out there very much so still caught up in the cycles, the natural cycles, you know, and they're not as advanced on their path as you are, a light worker, somebody that's, you know, obviously focused on bringing good into their lives and doing better in the world and advancing. So, you know, when it comes down to it, it's important to just look at the future as if you were capable. Do you know what I mean? And to look at the process that you're going through as being part of a collective journey. We're all on this path together. You know what I mean? When the stars align for you and you're on path and fate comes in and divine intervenes, like, you're doing work for the collective. Okay, that's the truth of it. Especially if you're sleeping. Like, I was having a talk with someone the other day who just reached out to me because they were, you know, going through it, and they're like, what the hell? If you're sleeping 8 hours a night and you wake up fucking exhausted, you're probably a dream walker. Do you know what I mean? That's gonna sound crazy to some people, but that's okay. I don't give a shit. That means where do we go when we sleep? Yeah? You think I'm crazy now? Because when it comes down to it, is spiritually, you know, we have all kinds of work and shit to do that we don't understand because we're in a human experience right now. It's a lifetime of a human experience, and that's where our consciousness is fucking anchored, okay? So when we wake up, we're human again, not just the energy being that does whatever the fuck it does when we go to sleep. Like, how weird is that? You know what I mean? Anyone else feel they're like, that's like robot shit? Like you're being like controlled in some way? You know, it used to freak me out when I first got into this stuff, but it's not about being controlled, it's about being in control. And when you get control of your human experience and you get on path like this, like you are, your emotional intelligence will tell you exactly what you're doing in your sleep. Okay? Like exactly what you're doing. You know, you might not get like names and faces of people that you're showing up like in their dream state and helping them out, but you might. You know, like when it comes down to it, you have a purpose. And most people that are gravitated to this channel are light workers, star seeds, indigo children. And to me, it's all the same shit. It means that you have a spiritual purpose here to do some work in the collective for that means the human species as an energy. You know, we're all connected in the fact that we're all the same species with human intelligence, but consciousness, which we barely understand. You know what I mean? A lot of people have theories and they call it facts, but you know, like science, it only advances as far as it is. 100 years from now, we're going to be laughed at the same as we look, you know, 100 years back and laugh at them like, oh fuck. You know, we're poor, but you got an iPhone, you got running water in your house, a fridge. You know, the royals fucking 200 years ago didn't have that. The richest, most powerful people on the planet didn't have running water in their houses or a fucking heater. Mine's gonna turn on and off, by the way. I hope that doesn't bother you guys, but it's code. Yeah, heaters, running water, you know, like it's the weirdest shit that they, you know, cell phones are the weirdest, craziest advancement, but everyone knows that one. How often do you appreciate having fucking running water? Seriously. Okay, one of my weirdest appreciations, since we were talking about affirmations and stuff in the morning, is like a toilet. A toilet is one of the most underappreciated luxuries of the modern world. Fucking quote me on that. Because, you know, have you ever watched like period pieces, like movies and TV series from like the 1900s or the 1500s? Well, especially the 19 and 1800s. We do that a lot. We do a lot of movies and TV series, Bridgerton being one of the most recent. Think real quick about not having running water and what that would mean. You'll see people throwing bedpans like out of windows and stuff, just whoosh, fucking piss and shit whoosh, out onto the street. Like, that's fucking disgusting, man. Like, I am so grateful for toilets, you know, and there's all kinds of, it's 2021 and there's millions of people in this world that don't get to experience toilets with running water the way we do. Okay, so just bringing it all back together here. Because we went from like career to love to like the luxury of running water. Weird, crazy, it's been a while. When it gets down to it here, this is a really deep couple of weeks for you. You've got a lot going on, but it's more surprise than it is action, which is interesting. I think the action that you need to take is, you know, discipline and focusing on your emotional intelligence. So, you know, getting some good healthy habits in there that you've wanted to do for quite some time. I'm not trying to like make you super healthy or anything like that. This is stuff that you've wanted to do and you've wanted to implement that you've been procrastinating. Okay, and you've got enough shit going on in your life right now that I can tell you need this. Okay, if that's spending time with friends, cool. If that's, you know, envisioning your future and just doing things that make you feel good so that you can allow and accept good things into your life, then do that. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little sip of my water here. Cheers to you. Here, I'll put this over here. Okay, let's go into the tarot of the night, the tarot della Nuit, and see now, you know, some clarity. Let's get some clarity on some of this stuff. So we're gonna start over here in all the good shit, because that's all the good shit, and then it's like, yeah, but like actually, okay, so let's see what this is all about. First card, yeah, the Ten of Wands, exactly. Like, her wedding dress is on fire, for fuck's sakes. Like, and aren't weddings so overburdening too? Like, that's exactly what the Ten of Wands is about, being overburdened. Okay, taking too much too much worry, too much stress, you know, too much giving a fuck, and I'm just not in the mood. So that's as much as we're gonna say about that. Moving on. Yes, Six of Pentacles, better, equal give and take. This is where we can delegate things to people. We can tell them like, hey, I need this done, I need this from you. You know, you can make deals, work it out with people. This is what I'll do for you if this is what you do for me, blah blah blah. Even distribution, I fucking love that. Even distribution, that's what's necessary right now. The writing of things. Again, writing being two different meanings there. I like it. Whatever you guys need, you know? Ooh. Another king coming over another king. If you remember, we got the King of Cups under there. So two kings, very masculine energy. One very watery, emotional, compassionate, and the other one very earthy, grounded, and very much so in the material world here. I like that. So we're gonna do this. Next three. Yes, the wheel again. I like that it's coming up on the other side of the board here. I do think that that's gonna have some significance. Major Arcana number 10, the wheel of fortune, the wheel of fate. These are the three sisters of fate. If you can see them there, past, present, and future. Again, kind of playing into this 10 here, you know, Major Arcana rules minor arcana. So here, the 10 of Wands coming over this wheel, and then we have the wheel here again. You know, it feels like it's time for the wheel of fate to turn for you, because, you know, you can't continue on like this, being stressed out all the time, kind of always running around chicken with your head cut off. It's time to really not focus, get disciplined. It's true, get fucking disciplined. It's the last thing I want to tell people that they need to do, but it's the truth of it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be that friend. I'm gonna be that friend that tells you the hard truths, because that's what I would want in my life. Okay, so from the 5 to the 10, we got the King of Pentacles, wealthy, grounded energy here. It's fateful. This is definitely, you know, masculine energy, but it doesn't feel like it's somebody coming into your life. There are maybe a select few of you that have a masculine energy from the past who's coming back. There was a recent breakup. I wouldn't expect that to go well with this third party energy here and the Tower. So, you know, play that out how you must. So a lot of communication stuff going down right now. So people are reaching out. They're wanting closure. They're wanting to communicate with each other. Like I said, you know, it could just be thinking about relationships from the past, and maybe there's some communication there. Not necessarily a heavy cheating energy here, but I do feel like some people are struggling with third party energy, being very skeptical of their partner and whether or not they're on the same page. Are you going to leave me cold, broke, and alone here? Or is this the blessing that I have been fucking asking for? Emotional intelligence will tell you yes. But all it says is yes, and you ask like 15 questions. So you're on the right path, and what you've got coming is exactly what's necessary for you, okay? Oh, I love it. Knight of Cups. Yeah, that feels very emotional. It feels very much so like a romantic partner. But, you know, underneath all of the superficial, let me find love this year kind of energy, this is you opening the heart chakra and getting into the place where you are ready to accept the kind of love that you've been wanting, that you've been putting out into the world. So it's getting very clear. And, you know, knights are action energies, and over here we have the action cards. So I want the last one. Right now, that Six of Cups. Now that Six of Cups, very significant, you know what I mean? There's the Lovers, major arcana number 6. Twin flame energy, decisions or choices energy. Okay, 3s over here, 2 3s, 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and then we got the 6, the Lovers above it. So indeed, having a good look. For some of you singles out there, you're having a good look between 2 different people, somebody from your past and somebody in your present. Now, comparing the 2 of them a little bit in whatever way, you know, saying, it's weird because it's almost got this feeling. I'm just going to have a little sip of water. My throat's getting dry already. It's almost got this feeling of really wanting to approach somebody with an idea, like, hey, we should be a thing, you know, could be the idea. Really wanting to approach someone, but there's 2 energies on the table, and it's weird. One is very different from the other. 2 kings here. Wow, there's so, it's coming really fast, so I'm just trying to let it all settle before I give you guys the messages. I hope you don't mind just a few moments of silence while I kind of piece your story together. Yeah, see, this Knight of Cups energy, it feels like somebody in your life that's very much so looking at options, possibilities. This could be career and this could be partners. It's time to stop, you know, burning the candle at both ends here, though, because when it comes down to it, 2 6s on the board, the Lovers, and all the 3s, the 9. You know, you're not going to get much of a say in, and we never do. We never get a say in what people choose to be in love with, do, think, feel. You know what I mean? You can't control that. You know, that's not even up to us. So all we can do is control how we feel, what we're investing in, the things that invest back into us, and what we leave behind. And if we don't leave behind the things that aren't investing in us, but emotionally that's all we're asking for, fate intervenes. Big time. Like the wheel is touching the Tower here. This is hugely fated. Okay, and it's necessary, I think, for non-singles. It's necessary for both of you guys to be in this energy right now because of what's going on over here with the 2 3s and then the 6. Knight of Cups is like, you know, wanting to make an emotional offer, approaching somebody with your heart open, and being that way in yourself, even if you're not taking action, which I think somebody is. Okay, so whatever's going on in your situationship, yeah, because I can feel you, girl. I can feel you. Whatever's going on in your situationship right here, right now. I'm gonna try and keep my hands out of the way so you guys can see your cards. I just like to whatever's going on in your situationship, for fuck's sake, 70, get the message out. It's necessary for both of you guys to become the lovers, or to get the lovers, or to, you know, connect with the lovers. So if what you want is sacred union, if what you want is divine partnership, you know what I mean? Something above, you know, the normal, everyday comfort zone, ego-driven, codependent relationships. If you want a mutual coexistence, okay, coming together and coexisting in love, in friendship, in partnership, then you got to play the situation out, okay? But what I can tell you is running around looking at everything, looking for things, is no longer necessary. Especially for those of you who felt the need to look, even if it was outside of your comfort zone. You'll know what I'm saying if it's for you, okay? You felt the need to look, wasn't even the norm for you, but you looked anyways, and you found shit. You found it, okay? So if that's for you, then that cycle is over. You can finally take a sigh of relief that your desires, your truth, with the things that you want, your purpose, your work, your emotional intelligence are the things that are getting you out of this shitty energy of like always drop the fucking burden, okay? It's over. It is done now. You don't need to continue on with this looking. You can simply move on. Move the fuck on. If that means leaving someone behind, do it. Again, divine intervention is here if you're not in the mood. But when it comes down to it, you know, you're gonna know what you gotta do because of the way you've been feeling. So trust that. Trust your own gut. You know what I mean? Ooh, I almost flipped all those over at the same time. Actually, let's just do it. Let's just flip the last 3 cards at the same time, huh? It wasn't the plan, but we're gonna go for it. Boom. Okay, we got the 4 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Fool card. Take a nice deep breath off of that one. One thing I can say, King and Queen of Pentacles out here together, we like ye. We like ye a lot. I love divine counterparts being out here when there's divine counterparts being out here with the Lovers card. Now we got the King and Queen of Pentacles. I can tell you the fear that you've been holding on to. Do you see how much fear is there? It's like, dude, you got 4 coins. Like, what are you stressing about? No one's trying to take your coins. Optimism, blind faith. You are not a fucking fool if you close your eyes to this situation and move on. And I'm going to tell you why. Because this is divine intervention and this is fate. You are very much so on your path. You have to have faith in your dreams and trust that emotionally you're on path for a reason here. It's important to remember that, going back to it. This is necessary for you to go through. When it comes to having blind faith and moving forward, it's really about optimism. It's about dreaming the dream and then believing in it so that when the stars align for you, you have the intelligence and emotional ability to know that a loss isn't always a loss. Sometimes it's a blessing, okay? Especially this kind of a loss. True story. True story. Very much so necessary. You need to remove this thing. This thing needs to be removed, better said, for you to be able to actually get this kind of connection, okay? And to be like, these are such, we have so much Pentacles over here, but these are such different energies. The 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. 4, 6. You know, holding on to, afraid to let go. You know, it's kind of like that fear mongering that's been going on for the last year because of this pandemic. We see it a lot in politics. We see it a lot in healthcare professionals. We just see a lot of like people just freaking the fuck out, which is fine. Fear is necessary, but staying in it and, you know, getting all fucked up is not. So rebalancing the scales, okay? Even in and even out. And this really is about your emotions, what you've been giving to people and what you've been allowing yourself to receive, okay? I'm not going to go on for very much longer about this. I do want to go back and read that card because I told you I would, but I forgot. So let's look into that. That's the deck, the Oracle deck, Path of the Soul. So beautiful, by Cheryl Lee Harnish. Again, these are all listed below if you're curious about the cards. So card number, not 35, 17. Let's get it. Treasures. Okay. What was once hidden from view can now be seen. Laying within you are many inner treasures and gifts. This is your time of discovery. You have special and unique skills that you have hidden like pearls in a shell. It's happening now. Stay grounded and clear. The spiral in the card shows the universal energies are working with you to help uncover what lies within. Understand, however, that once fully uncovered, you will be asked to use these gifts in service to others and the planet. I love that. I think that's so great. I need like a lozenge or something. My throat is sore and dry as fuck. Actually, I think I'm gonna do honey. Do you ever do that? Oh, I love honey when my throat is feeling a little scratchy like it is. And then I'm gonna smoke, and then I'm gonna come back for the next pile. So I'm pretty much gonna leave it there. I'm just having one quick look around to see if there's anything else I feel like is really important for you. 369 is big, big, big. I used it, but then it came up specifically in your reading, so don't know if that's gonna happen in any of the other piles. I don't look at the cards before I get into the reading, so it is what it is. I'm just having a look at the spread on camera. It looks great. I really wasn't sure about the altar. I hope if you guys are old subscribers that you like this. I really love the blue. Like, I'm a big blue person. It's my favorite color. But yeah, I'm a big blue person. Like, I really just said that. Quote me. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. I think the spread looks great. Any suggestions or anything you want to see, anything you're curious about? We're going to start this off a little slow, or at least that's what I thought, and I'm looking and it's 40 minutes in, so guess not. Just like old times, huh? Just like old times. 2 weeks from now, we're going to do the full moon reading, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want that. If you want to come on back and, you know, just go on the journey with us. We're doing it. I'm going to be here all the time for you guys. I'm not going to say how many videos I'm going to do because I don't have a routine yet, but I'm going to get into it. So we'll see. We'll see what we need and we'll see what comes up. The Lovers. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. 2 times. And the Tower. Big time major arcana for you out here today. I love that the star is here too. That's very important. Remembering, like the Fool says, remembering we're on this path for a reason. Trusting in that, trusting in our own goals, our desires, our dreams, that they're there for a reason to guide us on our path to where we're meant to be. Okay, it's time to put in effort. Action is required here. Grab carnelian, grab sodalite. If you're interested. We also talked rose quartz, so I'll bring that up as well. I'm big on crystals. I really love rocks, as people say. Yeah, they do a lot more than we give them credit for. Those, you like rocks, people? It's like, did you know your cell phone runs off quartz, for fuck's sakes? Like, yes, I like rocks. Considering we all come from the earth and then go back to it, stardust and all that, you know. I'm in a mood. I'm fucking sassy right now. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fire energy out here. There's not a lot of it. Maybe it's this fucking tower. Maybe it's knowing you're on your fated path, or maybe it's this grimy ass, the fuck out of here energy that kind of popped up a little bit. Remember, things that are not meant for you will always leave, but even more importantly, things that are meant for you will always come. And stay. And that's what we really want. So, you know, be open to it. Be open to the process of, be in it. Have fun. You know, if going through his phone is fun, then fuck yeah. If it's stressing you the fuck out and putting you into a fucked up mentality, then let it go. Trust yourself. Gives a fuck if you trust him or not. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in love with him. You don't need to trust someone. It's a very difficult thing to do, you know? Like, could be a year into a relationship, think you know someone, 20 years down the road, find out, you know, your husband was fucking Bundy, or which one of them was married again? I think it was Bundy. I can't remember. Anyways, I've been watching a lot of murder mystery and makeup. If you guys don't know what that is, god damn. Bailey Sarian. I am girl crushing hard. I'm straight, so don't get any ideas, but yeah, it's such a great, I love murder mysteries. I love makeup tutorials. You put them together and I am in fucking heaven. So yeah, it's been fun. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. It's just me and you here right now, isn't it? Thanks for stopping by. I hope this reading gave you something. I hope you got something out of it, some clarity, guidance, you know, intuitive hits. Let me know down below if you would. I would love to hear that it resonated for you. Anything that you have to say, thank you, blah, blah, blah. I love that. If you don't get a reaction from the comment, I'm just really shit at seeing that I have comments. I'm going to try and be better at that. But, you know, hit me up everywhere. Again, Instagram at EBINOTTI, at EBINOTTI Beauty. I'm re-kickstarting the Instagram at EBINOTTI page, so it's got a lot of old blog stuff that I'm going to leave on there. I mean, we came from where we came from, you know what I mean? So there's gonna be a lot more readings and stuff. I can't go live on YouTube until I have 1,000 subscribers, but I can go live on Instagram. So definitely go subscribe to EBINOTTI on Instagram if you're interested in live readings. I definitely like to do them on the full moon and the new moon, but it might be like every Friday, every Sunday, Monday mornings. Like I'm gonna do lives as much as I can. So if you guys like that, if you're interested, go on. Also, yeah, I'll be doing a video just so you guys can get to know me a little bit. So yeah, subscribe if you aren't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I appreciate it. It really helps the channel. Okay, thanks so much. Oh, I just looked at the time and it was 44:44. Very cool. I'll hit you up and I'll see you on your next reading. Bye. Okay, so if you chose pile number 2 with the obsidian point. Ooh, I like how you can see all the gold. This is gold and obsidian. You can really see the gold in the light. Ooh, 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 so pretty. Okay, so this is going to be your reading. We're going to start off first with a couple of oracle cards that I picked for you. I do all the shuffling before we film. And I don't look at the cards, so I have no idea what you've got. But we're going to start off with 2 Path of the Soul oracle cards and 1 crystal card. So you're going to see a crystal that you can work with over the next couple weeks with this new moon energy. If you want to manifest, if you want to, you know, get clarity, guidance, and just keep things kind of smooth, you can work with this crystal. Obviously, obsidian would be a great crystal for you as well since you chose it. I like to use obsidian at all times, all year round, in a bunch of different ways. It's a great protective crystal. And for me, I find it really helps balance my shadow side. So I struggle with anger issues, insecurity, abandonment issues, those kind of things. And I really find that the black crystals like tourmaline and obsidian specifically really help ground me in that, okay? So that I can embrace my shadow and kind of not even embrace it. It's more like cultivate it into my experience, okay? So I'm kind of ranting for you here, but I want to tell you a quick story. I think it's important to embrace but cultivate your shadow. And this is what I mean by this. If, for example, I'm a huge puss, okay? Like I don't like conflict. And if you know me, especially on social media, you're probably like, questionable. But that's the truth of it, you know? Like I like things to be smooth, to be just in balance and harmonious for the most part. But this is the world we live in. This is a human experience. There's dark, there's light, there's everything out there. So you have to be able to do both. And for me, my shadow is really what steps up to the plate when I'm, you know, all the human emotions, angry, afraid. It's my shadow that steps in, which is very brave, very courageous, very fearless, very dominant. But, you know, it can be all the negatives as well, domineering. All of that anger and rage can go into ego and become something. So it's really about cultivating the 2 sides and finding balance. Okay, for you, I feel like that's really important. So we're gonna look at your crystal first. Oh, turquoise, wholeness. I love this. Turquoise is like an ancient protective stone. So I guess that's why I ranted at you for a second there, is because you need to protect your energy in a big way right now, whether you're struggling with, you know, integrating your shadow, or you have people and energies in your life that are really gnawing at you and, you know, poking the bear is kind of what I'm hearing, so to speak. And we'll get into that. We'll see what's going on. I just got a bit of like a shivery cold kind of feeling down my spine. So I feel like we're hitting the nail on the head, and there's going to be a lot of that come up in your reading. It does feel a little bit dark, so we're going to go there, okay? I'm not going to like try and protect you like mama bear. I'm going to be your best friend. Okay, I'm going to walk with you through the dark. So let's see what's going on with your oracle cards. It's going to be kind of like a theme for your reading, which is going to be here. And we're going to do all these kind of like a pyramid of tarot cards, okay? So let's just see these real quick. Card number 33, Kuan Yin. This is about compassion. Kuan Yin's the Chinese goddess of compassion. So master number 33 there, I like it. Ooh, I call this card Limitless. If you've ever seen the movie Limitless or the show, then you understand the concept of limitless consciousness, being able to access all parts of your consciousness and brain. Card number 5. 5 is about change, the shifting, okay, becoming whole, like that. We're going to get right into it with your tarot cards. I might pause and make some tea because I really feel that kind of, it's almost like your nervous system takes over. Like my hands are quite cold right now. My back's a little bit tight. I can feel the tension in my neck. It's like your nervous system is very active right now. So this is going to be, very much so about your emotions and where you're at. Okay, let's get into it. We've got nine tarot cards. We're going to use the Crow Tarot first, and then 2 other tarot decks as well. So the 5th card is going to be your central energy. It's going to be a very significant energy. If you don't know what that means, it's okay. Don't worry. We will get into it. So let's see your first card here. The 8 of Pentacles. Good. It's a hard-working energy. It's a card of mastery. Working hard, putting the work in, really focusing on something and getting it done in the physical. So I like that. Okay, next card. Yeah, card number, this is the 10 of Wands. Card number 10. The 10 of Wands. It's about, carrying burdens and things like that, a really heavy load. So maybe having compassion for yourself as you go through this process. You're working really hard, but like the load is not lightening up. So from the 5 to the 10 here, we're going to have some shifting, some change going on there. Let's see your next one. Ooh, fuck yeah. Major Arcana, number 1, the Magician. This is the Alchemist. This is, having all the tools that you need, working with all the elements, to be able to cultivate something, bring something into your life. Manifesting is this energy. So you're in a heavy manifesting energy right now, which is why I think your limitless potential is being activated, but having the compassion to get through what you're going through so that you can use this energy, I think is going to be really important. Okay, next card. Another Major Arcana, number 13 this time. The Death card. Big time transformation. That's why that 5 stuck out up there, because, the shifting of change can be big, but it can be small too. But for you, this is going to be big time. Major Arcana is always a big life thing, and we have 2 Major Arcana here back to back. Especially these 2 specifically, the Magician and the Death card. It's like, whoa, you're going through a massive shifting, and it feels like a consciousness shifting for you. So awakening, ascension, awakening to me is like an epiphany. It's like, boom, all of a sudden, you've got these active new thoughts, emotions, skills, whatever. And ascension is like a leveling up. It's like you take something and you create mastery with it in your life, or you take all of the pieces and you put them together, be it experience, ideas, skill sets, or all of the above, and then you bring it all together and you create. You drop the burdens, the things that are unnecessary here, and you create, and that creates this massive transformation where you literally go through a death process and leave a part of yourself behind, so that you can rise from the ashes anew. Amazing. So the first 4 cards here, really talking about working on yourself, working on your goals, being compassionate. you got to fail 1,000 times to be successful, especially in the world today. And, you know, it's a whole new world, you know, stable careers or the concept. That's a fucking funny concept to a lot of people. I could like feel someone laughing. Like, yeah, exactly. Like the shit they told us was stable, you know, like, wow, they didn't really anticipate the world that we were going to be living in, though, did they? So here we are, you know, so who can give you good advice on terms of what's stable and what's a good idea for you? And to me, the answer almost feels like nobody. Only you can find that inner knowing, you know, and what you're here to create. And I think that's what you're doing. I think in a big way, it's all coming together and creating wholeness. And you're really starting to grasp the concept of your limitless potential. And if you don't, then over the next and I think, you know, come on, you're an energy being. Like I can feel it in you, whether you're in denial or like talking about it or whatever or not. Like I can feel it in you that you know what's coming, and because it's something you're gonna create. You know, this is you, this is your future and your creation. And it feels a lot like the self, you know, like you're creating something within yourself. It might not be like you're building a business, but for some of you it is, you know, like you're about to launch an online business, and you know, like there's a lot of shit that can come up that you have to drop, you know, other people's opinions and all your own fears and insecurities so that you can do this thing, right? So let's get your central energy with the 5th card, and then we'll see your other 4 before we build our pyramid here. Page of Cups, central energy, Pisces energy. I know it because I'm a Pisces sun at least. I like this. This is, I was gonna say childish, immature, but it's fun. It's fun energy. It's I don't give a fuck kind of energy. Be careful of like excessive drinking. You know, some people just like to drink a lot, and fair enough. I'm more of a smoker myself, but just be careful with shit like that, especially with this kind of energy, because when we're going through these transformations and we know we got to let go of burdens like friends, their problems, whatever the fuck it is, this can get a bit sloppy, and you don't really want to be sloppy when you're trying to work on mastery. So make sure that this is open-hearted, free-spirited energy, and that you're not like getting wasted and fucking doing shit that you probably shouldn't be doing with people you maybe shouldn't be doing it with. And that's got nothing to do with masks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, be careful of that kind of immature energy, because it is an awakening energy for you, and it's meant to help you get through this process with compassion and find wholeness. And sometimes we gotta like reverse and go back to the beginning to really be able to do that. And to me, that's what page energy always has been. In the court cards, which is like the people, right? The page, the knight, the queen, and the king, they're the court. They make up the court of the tarot, and they're like these archetypes. To me, pages always resemble the beginning. You know, it can be children, it can be youth, it can be blah blah whatever, immaturity, but to me it's just really sort of taking that energy back to the beginning and using that to get you through. And to me, the Page of Cups is very much so a free-spirited, fun-loving, just want to have a good time, try not to take things too seriously. But your whole next 2 weeks is about mastery, so make sure that your fun, free spirit is really helping you achieve mastery. So you don't necessarily have any work to do over the next couple of weeks in this, except on yourself. You know, it's not about necessarily getting things done. You know, group 1 had more of a, you got to stop procrastinating kind of vibe, whereas you've got this energy where you need to relax a little bit, slow down a little bit, get all up in your feels, you know, so that you can manifest these things that you're trying to manifest. This is about being super positive and believing that everything you want is totally possible, including this massive transformation that you're going through. It very much so feels like a self-focus, like it's time to do some self-care, get back into self-help genre if you haven't, like, you know, picked up a book in a while, or listened to an audiobook if you like that kind of thing. I'm a big fan. I do love to read though, so audiobooks kind of have their time and place throughout my year. But you know, however that works for you, it's time to, you know, focus on yourself, on being whole and what you want to do, because you're creating something right now, and it's important to like keep that focus, you know. Let's go on. Queen of Swords, there it is, man. The Queen of Truth, you know, your truth, authenticity. That's like what you want beyond your material desires. It's what you're meant for. You know, this kind of truth is what we all come here to discover, and that's the energy you're in right now. That's why you can't be fucking around in denial and just, you know, numbing out your emotions, getting wasted. Like, that's not helping. It's not helping you. It's not helping. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you get wasted, man. You discover things, and that's important. So know yourself. It's one of the things that I want to tell you almost every time I do readings, because it's important to know. No matter what is said in a reading, no matter how many readings you get, know yourself first, okay? So that's what this is about. That's that energy. Feminine, truth, mentality, you know, standing in authentic energy, becoming what you were always meant to become. So fuck yeah, definitely on my train. Personally, that's exactly what I'm focused on right now, is just the work, you know, what I'm creating, what this is all about, which is why I'm back, right? So get on the train with me. We're on the same journey here. Let's do it. Whatever you got going on, I support you. Let me know. Drop it in the comment, a link. Let me know what you're working on. You got a YouTube channel, a website, you sell a product. Like, I'm Canadian, but I want to support anyone with views, likes, you know, whatever you got going on, let me know. And I'll let you know if I like it or if I don't like it, right? Onwards. Yes, I love this. I love this. 4 corners of stability, things worth celebrating, commitment. Okay, that's what this energy is all about. In your love life, you know, you could be taking the next step with someone, moving in together. Rah, rah. You know, COVID has got us to a weird place, hasn't it? It's really made a lot of people slow down and reflect, because there's nothing to fucking do and we're not allowed to go anywhere. So if you're an extrovert, you know, you've really had to face yourself, which has been terrifying for a lot of people. Everything, you know, depression, anxiety, panic, loneliness, like, we've just been going through it. So in our love lives, taking the next step, committing to someone, or just shifting up, you know, where we're at, getting more serious, is really lovely. In our careers, it's the same thing. And for you, I feel like love and career are a bit mixed. Like, you really love this idea of what you're creating here. It feels very close to home. Maybe it's something you do with somebody that you're involved with, right? I like it though. I like it. Solid. It's solid. The 8, the 4, both solid. And fire energy, because, you know, here your 10 of Wands is fire energy. Over here, the 4 is like much more balanced, whereas here it's like you need to drop some stuff. Like, you can't carry all of that in order to be able to do this. And from the 10 to the 1, we have that cycle change, right? So huge transformation with the Death card, but really it's like, keep it lighthearted, you know, keep it open-minded, open-hearted, free-spirited, because it'll help you get into this commitment. We're gonna go on. King of Pentacles. So we have a Queen and a King out here. I like it. We're gonna talk about that in just a hot second. I want the last card. Ooh, 3 of Pence. 3 of Pentacles. I like it. Okay. 3 of Pentacles is about collaborating, and I really feel a strong desire here to find like-minded people on similar paths. Obviously, there's a lot of creation and a lot of reflection and building of the self going on for the next couple weeks, but this is something much grander than, you know, what you've got going on for the next 2 weeks. This is a new moon cycle. You know, from new moon to new moon, you have the chance to set new intentions, to use that. I mean, you could do this anytime, but new moon energy gives you that sort of push. It's like a, you know, a supported energy, which is great, and we can all use that. I personally love the moon cycles, and I always work with them, so that's how we do it here. But whenever the timeline feels right for you, because you do have people and things all go, there's a lot going on. Your life is, you know, a bit chaotic. There's good collaborations going on here within the next couple weeks. You have more of a solid foundation with somebody. And it could be, there's a lot of different connections. I'm getting a lot of different connections with the King, the Queen and the Page, the King and the Queen and the Page, like the 3, with the 3 here. So, you know, let that be specific to you. I do more specific readings between the new moon and full moon cycles, so don't freak out. We can definitely get more specific with all the rest of the tarot cards as well. But when it comes down to it here, what this is really about is committing and spending time where it's worth investing because of the path you're on, which is creation, mastery, limitless potential, you know, really starting to manifest and create things in your life that come into the physical in a big way and really change things. Again, the death card being massive here gets you on more of an authentic path, a true calling for you that's going to be new. This feels very, very new with the 1, the 10 and the 1, the page, the death card. And then, you know, the 4 of Wands to me has always been, like I said, a commitment card. So it's a next step. So again, it's something new. Building and collaborating for the future, really, you know, focused on wealth in a big way. We start with Pentacles and we end with Pentacles here. So this is very much so about things that we can feel in the physical world. Now, we talked about the nervous system and protecting ourselves. And I do think that's very important here because there is somebody, maybe the kids, maybe a partner, maybe somebody new. You have 2 things going on right now, or you're torn, whatever. There's something here that is very burdensome that needs to be dropped. But it's not necessarily like you need to walk away from something. It's more like you need to shift your focus. You're not necessarily focused on the right things. So a lot of fear behind this energy. From the 10 to the 1, we see that cycle shift just like that. And then the death card is like, this is a massive transformation. If you see the rising here being the same crow that's rising in that magician energy, so this is well on its way, you know what I mean? That's well on its way. I'll show you that a little closer so you can see it better. You know, it's rising from this, leaving some things behind because we know they no longer serve us, becoming this energy. And then another cycle changing would be the 10, which in numerology breaks down to a 1, and then the 1. So it's great energy you have in terms of moving, and thank God. You're probably thinking like, thank God, based on what you've been going through for the last 2 months, year. You know, it's been a bit of a crazy year, and everybody's feeling that. So let's get some clarity. We got 6 more tarot cards, this time coming from the Tarot de la Nuit, or the Tarot of the Night. If you're curious about the decks, I always list them down below in the description bar, so check that out. Let's just start. We're going to start over here. We're going to get some clarifiers. We're going to see what's up. First, the Emperor. That's major arcana. Number 4. Again, that 4 of Wands over here was very important. Now I know why. This is divine masculine energy, okay? And that's all about, even though the moon is here, which is feminine energy, we'll talk about that balance, but this is really about practical, hard work, discipline. That's so interesting. If you didn't listen to the intro, and I think you did, didn't you? If you did, hit the like button because I just called it. If you didn't listen to the intro, though, that's what we're talking about. Discipline, balancing out all of the things that have been just kind of like fucking up lately. Like feeling messed up, feeling exhausted, just like not having good cognitive function, can't like, you know, just get it together. Discipline is really what this energy is all about for the divine masculine. I know, you know, he's super hot, right? That's why I love this deck so much. The guys are so hot, especially for love readings. Thumbs up if you love readings. Okay, so over here, right? Hard work, yes, but carrying other people's burdens or our own, you know, vices, bad habits, shitty thoughts, pillars of belief systems, all that crap. No, that is not what the Emperor does. He doesn't have fucking time. He is the king of all kings. He runs this show. He barely has time to, you know, delegate, but he gets the job done. And this is the kind of mastery that you need to obtain here, is to be the creator, to transform into this authentic, genuine life, the wealth that you want. You need to find discipline in the things that you carry and the things that you don't. Compassion for other people is very important. Compassion for yourself is how you get there. Every masculine divine knows that. Okay, that's why guys are so selfish. Guys are so selfish. I'm like, well, a good, well-rounded man probably has his own self prioritized. Know thyself and then love thyself. Like, come on. You know what I mean? So that's what this is about, focusing. you know, on what's important and what you have to give right now and where you need to put up some fucking boundaries because you don't have nothing more to give right there anymore. Do it in a lighthearted nature, but get it done because you need to. Queen of Swords, she does not fuck around. She waves that sword around, man, like cutting shit out. And that's exactly what you need to do right now, is just, it's not mean, you know, she's not like more from an emperor standpoint. Leave your feminine energy behind when you decide to cut shit out of your life, because feminines are vicious. Men, on the other hand, masculine energy is more practical. It's logical. It's not as emotional. It's like when you cut shit out, you simply turn your focus over there and it's done. Done. So feel that shift. Allow that shift, okay? Because that's what's going on for you for the next couple weeks. Sorry, I'm just looking at my cat right now because she looked like she was about to vomit on my bed. She's not though. She's just getting comfy. I'll have to show you guys Mushi, aka Kiwi, which is her actual name. I'll have to show you guys her later. But okay, moving on. The High Priestess. Wow, I love it. So now, and she's coming out on top of her counterpart, which is the Magician over here. Now we've got counterpart energy. Okay, the High Priestess is another major arcana, number 2. So all kinds of connections here. The High Priestess and the Magician being counterparts, masculine and feminine of the same energy. The High Priestess and the Emperor both being major arcana, the 2 and the 4, one being feminine, one being masculine. A lot of connections going on here. Do you see it? Okay, so the High Priestess, let's talk about this, because when we're creating, when we're transforming and becoming more authentic, and especially when we're dropping burdens, which is like, you know, our family, our friends, our telling our job that, you know, we care about these people, telling people in our life that we care about, that we need space, we need energy, we need this from them, or we need them to stop doing that, or to simply back up and not tell anyone anything, because that's what you need. I mean, it takes a certain level of intuition, which you have right now in spades. Okay, you've got linear, practical, logical energy, but you also have an intuitive sense of what you're doing is what you need to do. And that's all you need to know to move forward, especially when you're creating the things that you're creating right now, manifesting. Okay, this energy together is the ultimate manifesting energy. I think this is going to be a big year of manifesting for you. The next 2 weeks, especially, you can manifest wealth, stability. So that could be anywhere in your life, relationships, wealth, career, you know, marriage, whatever it is you're looking for. You can really give a good yank of these things towards you. Especially in the next 2 weeks, there'll be somebody you can collaborate with to get closer to this mastery. It could be just a conversation, but it could be more, you know, where you link up with someone and just kind of like collaborate for a little bit. So let's get the next one. Ooh, Justice, big time. That's major arcana, number 11. There's that sword of truth again. You know, the Queen of Swords wields that sword. I like that there's a female on this too, because again, it's empowering that feminine energy, which we were just talking about with the High Priestess. The Page of Cups is more like, you know, non-binary or whatever, but you know, the Justice energy with the High Priestess here has a very strong sense of what is right. And it's coming at it from a very, again, compassionate, feminine energy. Logical and practical, yes, because that's what gets us to what's right and what's wrong, but how we react, how that affects us, and you know, how that changes us is very important here. So if you've got anything going on, any legal contracts or whatnot, this is a really good, like, especially if it's the death of somebody, if somebody died and it's like the family's fighting over the family home, or you know, anything like that's going on, this is a really good sign of faith for you that things are going to work out, that it's going to be okay, and you need not worry. Okay. The Emperor could also be an older male, you know, within the family, perhaps, that passed away and everybody's fighting over their will or blah, blah, blah. That's kind of just coming up as something specific, not necessarily for you, so take it as it resonates. But yeah, Justice is really about the balancing of the scales, and in so many ways that's what your reading is about here. It's about really getting deep into, you know, what is really right for you, you know. Let's go on. Nine of Pentacles, exactly. It's a very worthy, it's a worthiness kind of card to me. It's the feeling of knowing your value and putting your energy in the right places. The women here are like so beautiful. We have 3 gorgeous women, back to back, and I love that. Ooh, yeah, 2 of Cups. I was waiting for that energy to come up. I wasn't sure if it was going to be soulmate or twin flame, and here we have the soulmate card of 2 of Cups, but look at her. Got a twin flame energy written all over it. It's one of the only, no, it is the only soulmate card that I can think of that really makes me feel twin flamey. If you don't know what that means, it's okay. It's just we've got the 4 of Wands that this is going to be connected to, which can be 1111, which could be a sign of twin flame energy, which is very, you know, past life, 2 spirits going through similar missions, and in each lifetime they, you know, get farther on their path. So whether or not they're coming into union in this lifetime is like hit and miss. You never really know. Twin flame journeys are very difficult because it's almost like being in a relationship with another part of yourself. There's a lot of challenges, a lot of things to go through because there's such a mirroring that goes on. So the more you advance, the more your twin flame advances. Fascinating stuff. And again, we have a king and a queen out here. Queen of Swords, King of Pens. So Queen of Air and the King of Earth. Air signs being Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Earth signs being Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. That could mean something to someone. And soulmate energy right in between them. Isn't that fun? Touching specifically the king. So that masculine energy is very important because that very much so feels like the focus here for the next couple weeks is, you know, what do I find valuable, 9 of Pentacles, about myself, and getting right with that. You know, maybe that's why emotionally here with the Page of Cups, we are starting at the beginning, because this needs to be done, you know, intuitively, but very earthy, down to earth. So, you know, bringing all of the hopes, dreams, desires, the truth of the matter, your truth, into the reality, like the 3D, creating that wholeness and really understanding your limitless potential. So like this has the feeling of really loving yourself, you know, like all the way through. And I think that's why you have soulmate energy here, whether you're single or in a relationship. This is a really good sign because soulmate energy vibrates out and then that's what comes into you. And like I said, you've got a lot of manifesting energy behind you, so you want to be careful of what you're vibrating in a soulmate energy and a self-worth energy. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, especially when it's just, when it's righteous, when it's, you know, not some deluded religious thing. I mean, the difference between right and wrong, very simply put, right? Let's get your last card in this next row, and then we'll do the final row. Ooh, the Knight of Swords, and I love that one. It's very Jon Snow, isn't it? You guys remember Game of Thrones? I didn't even watch the final season, which is funny because I think I was talking about that the last video I did. It's like a year ago. So here, the Knight of Swords is usually a bit impromptu with their words, okay? They don't think before they speak. They're a little fast moving, almost like a page energy where it's kind of dumb, you know? Like, it's very intelligent, don't get me wrong, but dumb in the way they maneuver. It's like book smarts, no street smarts. Hard to like. But this energy here is interesting because he's taken a knee. You see the crow down there too? He's taken a knee. He's taken a minute to think about it. That's important with this kind of energy. So I like this. This has patience behind it. Much like the King here of Pentacles, it's grounded. When you collaborate with people, you're taking things very seriously here. And it's because of the way you're vibrating, you know, in the magician energy, truly heart to heart, meaning the people that come in and collaborate with you here, and I do think you have a very valuable connection coming, be it work, career, or be it work, love, or both, okay? Wow, that thought just poof. I'm gonna take a sip of water, see if it comes back. Just give it 1 second. I just looked at the time on the thing and it was 33:11. Yeah, I think that's why you're connecting. This connection is going to be so valuable, and it's because of where you're vibrating at. It's what you're focused on. So if you spend the next 2 weeks really focused on feeling good, that's what I mean by self-improvement. That's what I mean by mastery, because the things that honestly and authentically make you feel good are the things that, you know, make you emotionally intelligent, advance your skill set, make you genuinely valuable. They help you fulfill your purpose and give you the feeling of happiness, which is fulfillment in this world. Okay, so that's what you got going on right now. The vibration is high. If it's been difficult, then know it's time to drop some of those burdens. Do it in a very practical way. Intuitively be just about it though. Like, don't be an asshole. You know, use your open-hearted, light-hearted nature to wield that sort of truth. Do your best. Do your best. Okay, let's see the last 3. This is just a basic Rider Waite tarot deck, but it's holographic, so I love it. It looks really fun on camera. We're gonna get the last 3, so the last row of clarity, and then we'll get you some final messages. So let's see. I'm gonna do these one at a time this time. Okay. Queen of Wands in reverse. We'll see if we need to read that in reverse or not. Next one. Ace of Cups. Fucking A. Death, transformation, authentic truth, justice, and the Ace of Cups. Brilliant. Brilliant and beautiful. If you've been feeling rough, just know that's about to change. And yeah, the Knight of Cups. So we have the Knight of Swords over here. You can see him. And now we have the Knight of Cups. Look at that. Look at that. He takes a knee, huh? Takes a knee, takes a minute to think about it, and then he comes in with the offer. I'm saying he just because it's the Knight. But what this is really about, first of all, there's the King and the Knights here. So very masculine energy over here. We have the Emperor over there, the Two of Cups. We have new cups, new emotions, new energy. This could be soulmate energy coming into your life, a partner if you're single. If you're not, it could be the advancement of love in your life, committing, getting engaged this year. In the next 2 weeks, what I know for sure is the writing of things in your life, where you can feel, look at that central energy there, where you can feel a brand new emotional beginning. Thank fucking God, because it's been rough. It's been rough. You only have the one card, but enough of the rest of them show what you're coming out of, okay? Compassion and understanding that this has all been part of the master plan to make you limitless, to show you your own value so that you value yourself and advance your skills so you can genuinely live an authentic life. It would be hard to live from your authentic truth if you had no idea who the fuck you were. You'd never done anything. You lived it really safe. Queen of Wands in reverse, what I'm getting off of her in reverse here, because she's the Queen of Baya, right, is a bit of ego. It's like all of your power, your personal power, your confidence comes from the wrong place, or has come from the wrong place. I can relate to this. When I was younger, a lot of my power came from my ego, because that's how my shadow protected me. That's how I allowed my shadow to exist in my life. So again, we're talking about it, huh? It's not that you have to protect yourself from yourself, but you do have to integrate your shadow so that you don't have to protect yourself from yourself, and that you can trust yourself again. Ooh, I hit that one on the head, didn't I? Again, this is what this new beginning is all about. We can talk about the love readings and all that fun shit, you know, at EBINOTTI if you've watched any of my other videos, and all readings are timeless. So if you want to go watch some old readings, do it. If you're drawn to one, then it's your intuition telling you that there's messages for you there. I love doing love and money readings. There's nothing I love to read more than love and money, except maybe collective consciousness, the path. I mean, the path to what? To money and love, for fuck's sakes. Like, to spiritual wellness, whatever that means to you. I'm not a very materialistic person, especially anymore. But like I said, we all start somewhere, huh? Queen of Wands in reverse. We all start somewhere. Be better, do better. Allow yourself to actually fall in love with yourself instead of just pretending through the validation in the eyes of others. It's easy to be impressive, isn't it? I feel like someone out there knows exactly what I mean by that. It's easy to be impressive sometimes, but to feel like you're impressive, like to impress yourself. That's what this is about, mastery, and the creation too. It's time to not worry so much about impressing others and really try to impress yourself, and not in some unhealthy, weird, you know, I'm gonna work out 6 hours a day. I mean, by all means, if you know you're gonna do the Arnold thing, do it. But what I mean is very gently, gentleness, feminine, gentle energy, and that there's not a lot of that here. I tried to like look, and I'm like, wait, the High Priestess and the Page of Cups, kind of, but even still, you know, Two of Cups, definitely. The grounding of the King of Pentacles, definitely. Knight of Cups, my Prince Charming, romantic, sweet. Maybe you got to do that for yourself, a little bit of self-love, self-care, like run an exquisite bubble bath. Just the word exquisite, bring that into your life in any way. Again, impress yourself, take care of yourself, do whatever you got to do to get into that energy so that you can create. I know you're working on something. Consistency is big too with the Four of Wands, online businesses and stuff like that. Like for those of you who are ready to take that next step and like, you know, hit the launch, or, you know, whatever the fuck it is you're doing, building a YouTube channel, I don't know. Whatever you're doing though, sometimes consistency, really committing to the schedule, is really important too, because, you know, countless YouTubers will tell you how they grew their audience, and every single fucking one of them says consistency. Make consistent content, whether that's once a week, 5 times a week, you know, once a month isn't going to get you there very fast, but whatever you're committing to, commit to it. Take things seriously in your life if you want to be taken seriously, especially when it comes to relationships and money. Love and money. If you want these things for real, then start taking that shit seriously, like how you make your money, how you love yourself. You know what I mean? Don't demand that the world gives you something that you have no idea how to fucking provide for yourself. I don't think a lot of you are that far back on path, but some of you, you know, we fucking struggle. We are where we are. Welcome to EBINOTTI, where we do this together on path. Yes, amazing. I'm pretty much gonna leave that one right there. We are 40 minutes in. I was like, oh, maybe it's been 20 minutes. No, we're 40 minutes in, so that's good. It was like a full reading. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think, if it resonated with you, what you got going on. I do private readings online. They're pretty much the same price as in-person readings right now. So if you've been thinking about that, jump on it while it's hot. With the pandemic and stuff, I just thought it would be the right thing to do to offer that, even though it takes hours and hours more time for uploading, and I gotta manage the storage on my phone, which just the words manage iPhone storage just gives me anxiety. But that's fine. I'm human too, you know? I have struggles too. So let me know what your struggles are. I got some fun links down in the description bar for you guys. I can't remember if I was talking about Haley Gamba and Bailey Sarian with Murder, Mystery, and Makeup. And then Haley Gamba with her little morning chats and her self-care guru goodness. But if you're curious, I've got a whole bunch of other stuff. I like to post on EBINOTTI on Facebook too, just links and stuff of like what I'm watching. It's not all new moon and conspiracies out there. I post all kinds of shit, makeup stuff, like literally everything under the umbrella that is EBINOTTI. And at this point, I have so many branches of it, like it's insane. So go check that out. Instagram too is really fun. EBINOTTI Beauty and EBINOTTI on Instagram. The EBINOTTI page is some old content and some new-ish content, but I am relaunching that page. I'm not going to take any of the old stuff off because, like, whatever. It's blog stuff and it's kind of fun if you want to have a look through. But there'll be a whole bunch of new content coming to Instagram, including going live. So, fun fact, you can't go live on YouTube until you have 1,000 subscribers. Yay! Thanks, YouTube. But you can go live on Instagram, so that's what we're gonna do. And if you want to see live readings and stuff, especially for like the new moon and the full moon, and then I don't know, maybe every Friday, maybe every Wednesday or Sunday or Monday morning. I have no idea yet, but I'll definitely be going live sometime in the next week, so that'll be fun. Go subscribe, go follow. I really need to pee. Go follow on Instagram and subscribe to other stuff if you're interested. I'm just kidding. There's a beauty channel here on YouTube as well, EBINOTTI Beauty. Go check that out. Okay, much love. Thank you guys for stopping by again. Thank you for your time. Good luck on your journey. Again, we are all on path. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you on your next reading. Okay, if you chose pile number 3 with this clear quartz tower or point, oh, that's such a beauty. This is gonna be your reading. What a great crystal. Clear quartz is so great because it mimics whatever crystal you're needing in the moment. Isn't that amazing? I just looked and it was 22, the timestamp. So that's what's so great about this. Clear quartz is a clarifying crystal, a cleansing crystal, but it also mirrors whatever crystal you're needing in the moment. So it's like, you know, the Trump of all. Oh, what a shit thing to say. You know, Trump just ruined everything, but the Trump card of crystals, if you will. So let's get into it. We're not even going to talk about Trump. No, we ain't. If you want to know my political views here at EBINOTTI, you can always hit me up on Facebook. The EBINOTTI Facebook page is pretty fun, I would say. Fun is what I like to keep it, but you know, there's some serious shit going on in the world, so we're going to fucking talk about it. That being said, let's get into your reading. We're going to start off today with a few oracle cards before we get into all your tarot cards and your spread. If you guys are returning, I hope you like the new spread and the new altar. Obviously, I've had a lot going on in the last year because I haven't been around. So we've got our new altar and our new setup. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy your reading. So oracle cards first. We're going to start with Path of the Soul. And then we're going to look at a crystal card for you. So as well as clear quartz, we're going to see another crystal that you can work with over the new moon energy for the next couple of weeks. New moon energy does go new moon to new moon, which is a full month, but you know, in 2 weeks we got the full moon, and you know, the moon cycles, it's a 2-week cycle for me. So however your timeline goes, you know, time is very fluid as opposed to linear. So let's just see, I know I said we're going to start with Path of the Soul. I lied. We're going to start with your crystal. Garnet. That's a very powerful crystal. I'm probably going to say that about every crystal, but it is. It's a great stone. Oh my goodness. I don't have any in front of me. Just having a quick look. No, I don't. And here it's representing as prosperity. So we're going to see what that's all about. Maybe we're going to talk about money. I do love talking about money and love and all the, you know, the important stuff. Your oracle cards. So Path of the Soul, these are fractal images. If you get any, you know, intuitive hits, excuse me, or anything like that off of these cards, pay attention because the artwork is meant to give you an energetic resonance. So let's see what your oracle cards are. Ooh, Master number 44. This one's called Angel Rebirth, Rebirth of Angels, something along the lines of that. Okay, and card number 31. Joyous, I want to say is the name of that one. Angel Rebirth and Joyous. Cool. We can read those after, but we'll see what we get off of them. Like I said, they're pretty intuitive cards, so we'll just see what comes up. These are going to kind of guide us as a theme through all of the tarot readings to kind of bring everything together and get you a message for what's going on in your energetic field for the next couple of weeks. I would dig in, get comfy, get a snack or whatever. I'm having some herbal tea. This is, what's it called? Dream something by President's Choice. And for some reason my mind is like totally blank, so I guess we're just gonna do a reading. But cheers to you if you're having a little sip of something. Ooh, it's hot. I just made it. Ooh, so good. Okay, so this is what we got going on. We've got 3 different tarot decks here. If you're ever curious about the decks I'm using, I do list them down below, so you can purchase for yourself or look into them or whatever. We've got the Crow Tarot, the Tarot de la Nuit, or the Tarot of the Night, if you're not French speaking. And we have, this is basically just a Rider-Waite deck. I think it's called Beginner's Tarot or something, so it's a basic kind of original tarot deck, but it's holographic, so it's a little fun. We're going to do 9, 6, and 3, or 3, 6, and 9. Okay. So starting off with your main spread across the bottom here, let's see what's going on, what you can focus on and what can guide you through this new moon energy. The Hermit. It's a major arcana card, number 9. That's the star there in the lantern that the hermit carries. So it's really about going inside and focusing on, you know, your own internal compass. Prosperity, money is probably big on your mind right now. A lot of people are, with this pandemic going on in the world. There's a lot of career shifting, a lot of wealth and abundance shifting around in the world. And I think a lot of people that have been maybe not stagnant, but comfortably living in their little bubble career for a while, it might have burst. You know, there's a lot of change going on in the 3D world, the things that we can touch with our hands. Homes, locations, being close to family has become a big priority for a lot of people because of the distance. Digging in and really laying roots has become a big priority. So I feel like we're very focused in the 3D here. Spending a lot of time alone lately, or needing to spend a lot of time alone. And we're going to look. And to me, it's needing to spend a lot of time alone, because this to me is a mentality card. You know, prosperity means the process. Focusing on what you want physically has everything to do with where you're at emotionally and spiritually, in my mind. So let's go on. Ooh, another major arcana, number 4. Major arcana, major being the big word there. Major arcana as opposed to minor arcana, okay? The Emperor, divine masculine energy. Again, logical, linear, practical thinking. This is, you know, building house and home, working hard and having a good work ethic, knowing who you are and what you're doing so that you can lead, you can teach, guide, help, mentor, build, create, especially when it comes to guiding people and really being the, you know, divine energy in your life. Where masculine or feminine now, it's like you are very much so on path. You're very focused on your own. I mean, this to me, this feels like a money reading. I feel like we're gonna be very focused on career, wealth, what's going on abundance-wise within the home. Let's see. Another major arcana, number 5, the Hierophant. It's about belief systems more than anything, in my mind. Institutions, you know, it's about what we follow. If you follow anything, I mean, you have to a point, right? Because we have to function in society. So there's that. If you can hear my little heater in the background clicking on and off, I'm sorry if it's annoying. It's just a little chilly. I got the window open because I have an incense going for us. I felt the need, you know, like I knew stepping into pile number 3, into your reading, it was going to be a little more, heavy is not the word, serious, a little more fucking serious. And this is why, you know, like what's going on in the world right now is serious. That, you know, we're all grown now, which means this shit is now falls on our shoulders. This is our responsibility. You know what I mean? And that's fucking crazy to think of. I'm 34. I just turned 34 last month. Woo, Pisces. Shout out to my Pisces. Happy birthday to all my Aries out there. My boyfriend's an Aries. His birthday's coming up day after the full moon. The new moon, which is what we're talking about. That's this reading. So, you know, it's a fiery fucking season. It's the time of year. But when it comes down to it, right here, right now, there's a lot of people thinking about what they believe in, what they buy into, who they follow, where they put their faith. And I'm not even talking about religion, even though this can be religion. I'm talking about, like, who do you trust? You know, are you getting the vaccine or are you not getting the vaccine? That comes down to who the fuck you trust out there in the world. So, you know, EBINOTTI here, I keep it pretty fucking real with EBINOTTI on what I feel. Now, you don't have to buy into everything that I believe in to be a part of EBINOTTI, because I'm really open to other people's belief systems to a point. You know, you don't hurt people. You're not here to fucking destroy. You know, you're trying to grow, to give, to be good in this world, then okay, you know, I don't give a fuck what you believe in then. You know, because that means we're on the same path. Call it what you want, just words, right? That's why Bob Marley and his sons call it word wars. But anyways, getting off track, back on track, boom. Belief systems, a lot of people are focused on this right now, and very much so. Your wealth and your institutions, what you buy into is the focus. Very serious mind state. Rebirth, we got to read that card. Fuck, I didn't even want to do this yet, but we're going to do it. So we're going to go into the Path of the Soul deck by Cheryl Lee Harnish. Again, decks are down below. Anybody can read cards, in my opinion, especially because they come with books, you know. You don't have to be some great tarot reader or some fucking psychic or anything to get some cards and just be like, oh, I'm gonna pull a card because I feel fucked up. Let's look into 44. It's the last card, Birth of Angels. That's what it's called. Thank you, thank you. You're surrounded with the loving support of the angelic realm. You play an important role on Earth in uplifting the consciousness of the planet. The angels are here with you to help you in every way they can. Remember, you've not been abandoned here. You're not alone on this journey. That's fucking right, you're not. I'm here with you. At the very least, and this is about energy around you, whether you believe it's your ancestors, angels, guardian angels, the archangels, your spirit team, animal spirits, energetic colors, like some, you know, cultural or religious team. It's like that's what this is about, energetically being protected and on path, okay? Your gifts are very special and very needed. These divine beings are here with you to aid you in becoming fully who you're truly meant to be. Now you'll see your path opening more than ever before. That's exactly it. This is about being on path, but, you know, not in the angelic realm, not spiritually. I mean, yeah, fuck yeah, spiritually being on path, especially with a Hierophant, definitely. But even if you're, that's outside of your realm or your how you look at the world. Divine masculine energy doesn't really look at the world necessarily in a spiritual way. Okay, again, practical, linear, 3D. See what I'm saying? Talking about money though, when it comes to it, we're really starting to focus here on how we make our money, how we want to make our money, and what impact we want to have on the world. I just got like a pop-up in my mind of impact theory. Tom Bilyeu, if you guys don't know that show, it's on YouTube here, and it's a free show, kind of like in the self-help genre, right? Mostly it's just a bunch of successful, accomplished, skilled, talented, interesting people sitting down and talking about things that if you're in any way on that path, you can relate to and can help you out, right? Like hearing other people's I don't know, mistakes, you know, the way that when you do something a second time, you're so much better at it. Well, they're telling you how they did it the first, second, and third time. So now you can come in brand new, you know, and all you did was sat on your ass and watched a YouTube video. Think about that kind of shit, right? Because that's what this is about. It's like you're focusing now on what brings you joy, but how you make your wealth. Okay, let's go on. Another major arcana, that's 4 in a fucking row here. Sorry, I'm all excited. Number 14, Temperance. This is my Fix-It angel. It's a healing card. It's about patience. It's really a long-term kind of energy. So this is about really focusing on what you're going through right now, which is obviously a major shifting, especially mentally. This feels very mental and emotional if you take the emotions out of it. Does that make sense? Like I believe how we experience things is more emotional, and then we like analyze it mentally. So both, you know what I mean? It's time to reflect and really think about what you're doing and why, who you follow, and you know, where do your beliefs come from? Have you ever done that? Like maybe it's the year of self-help for you, because the self-help genre is so amazing. It's so inspiring and motivated. So if you've been feeling kind of stagnant lately, but you know you want a big change, especially like money, like career, like lifestyle, you know, what the fuck you spend your time doing for the rest of your life, if that's where you're at, then dabble, you know. Audible, listen to audiobooks, podcasts, and stuff like that. Go on YouTube. There's so much free stuff. Joe Rogan, like I said, Impact Theory, Tom Bilyeu, Chase Jarvis, like people that do interviews is always kind of my favorite because I'm really curious about people. So I love hearing, like, you know, for an hour they sit down and tell some grand story. But whatever you're into, I also love to read books. Like if you guys ever want recommendations for books and stuff like that, let me know. Oh my God, I could give you like a top 100 books you must read, you know, if you're gonna get into who the fuck am I and what am I doing? Okay, let's move on. We're gonna get your central energy now with the 5th card. So we're gonna have 9 across, and the 5th card's gonna be the center card, and there's gonna be 4 on either side of it. Okay, so it's gonna be like a major card. And it's another major arcana. Shocking. Like, I wish you guys could have seen me shuffle this. This is insane. The Sun, your central energy, is the most positive card in all of tarot. Like, you know, it's that card. Major arcana number 19. I just looked at the time. It was 1441. That's fun. As I was saying, this. Wow, man, wow. You guys got some major energy here. The sun is birth, rebirth, the birth of angels, yes? It does feel like a big spiritual beginning for you, because getting on path with your purpose, whether you're into spirituality or not, is a spiritual experience. Hear me out. I'm not very religious. I grew up, my family's Roman Catholic, like my grandparents and stuff, Portuguese. And, you know, I grew up with that religion all around me, very structured, very don't do this, do this. And I, you know, bucked it from a very young age, because my mom was like a hippie goth biker chick. You know, she went through phases, but mostly she's just a hippie. She's kind of witchy, you know, but mostly she's down to earth. She's spiritual. She's connected. She wants, you know, harmony, and she believes in timing. And, you know, if you can relate to that, or to understanding that in any way, you know, it can ground you in moving forward, but it can help you in creating this new place to draw energy from, okay? So if you're not drawing energy from the ego anymore, meaning the revenge, or fuck you, I'm gonna prove you wrong, or, you know, I'm scared, so I'm gonna shut myself down. Like, sometimes we're the only ones oppressing us, you know, just by being like, fuck you, get your shit together. And you're saying it to yourself in the mirror, like, work harder, or why you crying, like, you know, kind of harsh. You can flip it and go the other way, right? And just be more positive about it, and draw from a different set of resources. It doesn't have to be all woo woo. It can be very structured, very logical. I can feel the divine masculine, whether you're male or female. We all have masculine, feminine energy within us that we, you know, choose our balance and roll with that. And it shifts all throughout the seasons, especially with the moon cycles. The moon is very feminine, the sun is very masculine. So here, very focused on the masculine energy, but all through it, we have feminine energy as well. Bringing together and finding joy, you know, like true fulfillment. There's nothing spiritual about that. That's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry, I ramble. I get really excited to see you guys. And I just want to say all the things. But what I was gonna say is, what I really like to focus on spiritually is science. I like to ground my spirituality in science. That's where my family, having a Roman Catholic background, is so interesting. My mom set the tone for me, being the rebel, the black sheep in the entire Portuguese bloodline. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was the first, me and my brother were the first ones born here in Canada. They were all born like back home in the home country, you know, of Portugal. So she was the black sheep. I had, you know, no standards put on me, because she had already done all of that. So I was free, okay, to explore religion, culture, you know, buck all of that and do whatever the fuck I wanted, be super rebellious and be like, yeah, Satan, or whatever. Like, don't even ask right now. But if you're curious, again, go follow EBINOTTI on Facebook. It's a lot of fun over there. Instagram's gonna be popping too. It's not yet, so you can pre-subscribe. Go follow EBINOTTI on Instagram too if you want to see more. Also, I'm gonna be going, side note, I feel crazy right now. I'm gonna be doing lives on Instagram. Oh, I was like, what the fuck is that? I put like a, hold on, I'm just gonna start it again. I put like a little video on, like a little meditation thing or whatever, and it ended. It was like 3 hours long, but you guys are pal number 3, right? So I'm just gonna start that again, and we're all gonna listen to this YouTube commercial. But don't worry, it's over now. Okay, moving on. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? It was so weird. Okay, moving on. I'm just checking to see if there's anything worth going back to, because we got interrupted, so it's like, bitch, move on. And I think that's right, bitch, move on. Wow, Major Arcana, number 8. Holy shit, are you even surprised at this point? Like, you don't even know what Minor Arcana looks like yet, because it's all Major Arcana here for you. Strength, courage. This is like very independent to me as well. It has a lot to do, in my opinion, with balancing out and integrating our shadow into our everyday lives. So not being afraid of the dark, like the hermit there with his little night light. That's the star, that's the dream, that's the optimism, the belief that things are gonna be right for you because you're on path, okay? But in a practical, logical kind of way, we're building structure in our lives here, so there's a lot of healing to do. And when it comes to rebirth, this is just joy. You know what I mean? Finding that balance, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that you're on path. So this comes from dark times, man. This comes from real fucking life experience. You know what I'm saying? This is human experience here, and it's pretty intense. Like, taming the shadow, so how a lot of people call that card or describe that card, and for me it's like, whoa, good luck. You know what I mean? Go out in the wild and try to tame a lion. How many people have successfully fucking done that? Not a lot. But integrating it and living side by side with it, and allowing it to be not useful but necessary. Your shadow is yours. Your dark side, that's yours, man. Like, and you better be fucking grateful for it too. I know I am. Like, I'm a huge pussy. But my shadow is not. Nope. My shadow is fearless, like warrior shit. You know, ancient. My shadow, that soul that we got, whatever that is, it's fucking ancient. I don't care how you identify. You know what I mean? This divine masculine and feminine within us, that shit is ancient. Okay? Let's see your last three. Your last three, huh? Let's take a look at your last heartbreak, shall we? 3 of Swords. Yeah. Like I said, you don't integrate the shadow without getting to know it. And there it is. I want to see some more. There's a 2. 3, 2, 1. That would be fun, eh? 2 of Pentacles. So, priorities, you know, one above the other, trying to prioritize a couple of things. Maybe a third-party situation, for fuck's sakes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to shit on you, and I'm not going to judge because I don't know the situation, but we're going to find out if it's necessary. You know what I mean? All this major arcana and then the 3 of Swords. It's like, damn. Damn. Final card. Yeah, the Lovers, major arcana 6. I just saw the Devil card in my head. Yes, it did. Devil's about codependency, toxic relationships, nasty. You know, lust. Okay. We'll put that right under that rose quartz. Maybe your crystal over here, your clear quartz, is embodying rose quartz right now because that's where we just put that shit. Okay, so before we see your next couple of rows of tarot, because there's more to come, we're going to clarify a bunch of things. I'm just going to pull this apart for you because, like I said, your 5th card is the center, but you got 4 on each side. So let's look at this as a chunk over here, okay? You've got the Strength card. You've got the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Lovers card. Now, to say that the past relationships have been experiential would be something worth laughing at, which I'm sure you can laugh at. Which means you've learned a lot. Okay, there's been a lot to learn. You've probably done as much damage as has been done to you, if we're being honest, and I'm like your bestie here, okay, so I'm not judging. We're at 23 minutes. If anyone's watched the movie 23 with Jim Carrey lately, then yeah, we're at 20. I looked over, it was 2300, just saying. And it's actually recording on my iPhone, so it was like 002300. You know what I'm saying? Creepy. But all joking aside, because I know how serious life is right now, and it's not just jokes, it's not all fun and games, you know, and this here is very much so about the karma and the experiences that you've had in your last, 5 life cycles, let's just say that. And I mean this lifetime, the last 5 chapters, whatever you want to call it, chunks of time, where things shift, and then it's like, ooh, new path, or ooh, new things, new relationship, new job, new, it's not always something in the physical. Sometimes it's like you just change. You wake up and you're like, on a new path. The relationships here, rocky to say the least. And right now I think there is somebody who's prioritizing, because the Lovers as major arcana, it represents a lot of things, but a choice in love. And it's hard because there's been a lot of heartbreak. So maybe the choice it might not be a third party situation here. It might be the choice to lean into opening up to love, to a relationship, the rebirth of relationships, whereas the focus has been money over love. Riches over bitches. No, I'm just kidding. We're not even gonna go there. But you know what I'm trying to make light of something that's obviously pretty intense. I'm even gonna like move this for a second for you, because these three here are big time. This talks about a lot of healing, a lot of new dawn of a new day, you know, clarity, spring season. Obviously that's summer, and so is the Leo being in the strength card here. So summer season, you know, things are going to be different. But right now is about really getting on path, getting focused. What the fuck do you want to do to make money? Because there's options in front of you that you might not be leaning into. New careers, new options, new ideas, new types of relationships, people. It's like, if you want change, now's a fucking good time to do it. So going in and really taking the time to reflect on what you want and where you want to be in life, how you want to make your money, I think is really important for you right now. Because there's been a lot going on in your love life for the last few years. I think it's important to really make the decision on who or what is a priority for you in terms of your love life, especially when it comes to sex. It seems like there's people out there that are, you know, in relationships but have something going on the side, and again, about the sex, right? There's other people out there who are avoiding relationships and just, like EBINOTTI says, running rosters. You know, it's an EBINOTTI thing, but it's not the only thing. It's just something I always thought growing up was done horribly, and we should talk about that. So, you know, if you're single and loving it, nothing wrong with that, but you gotta actually be fulfilled. If you're not fulfilled, then maybe single isn't actually what you want, and what you're really hoping and wishing for is that partner. You know, the divine masculine to your divine femme, or vice versa. Again, trust is a big part of this. So I want to get the next row of tarot to see what kind of clarity we've got for you. So let's go into the Tarot de la Nuit and see what's up. We got 6 clarifiers here. So let's get the first one, starting over here, the Tower. Goddamn. I'm not even going to show you that one up close yet. Next, Temperance. Temperance again, coming up on top of Temperance because they're there. So that's another take on Temperance. Ooh, I can feel how heavy it is. Something has been lost, okay? Like over the last few weeks or few months, something was lost. Probably a job, or like literally your whole belief system just crumbled and you don't know who the fuck to trust or follow or what, or oh my God. Because the world is in a lot of ways in chaos, especially for people that are waking up to, like, you know, pulling back the veil on kind of the grotesque aspect of human nature or the world, politics, the virus, blah, blah, blah. You know, the conflicts going on amongst the extremes in this situation. A lot of people are waking up to that for the first time, and this would be a really fucking scary time to do that because of how much is going on. Excuse me. People like me, I've been rebellious all my life. I've been like, fuck the system. We even did the fuck the police, fuck them. You know, which is a lot more serious than I'm giving that credit right now. But when it comes to politics, when it comes to the world and what's going on, belief systems and structures, there's a lot of people having tower moments right now. I'm not trying to demean your situation. If you lost your job, your home, if you lost all sense of stability that you've ever had, like, I'm so fucking sorry. That's terrible. I know, because the Sun is your central card, and I hope you can believe me when I say this, I know that it was for a reason. You got the Rebirth of Angels and the Sun card out here. Master number 44, and the most positive card in all of tarot. So Tower card, be damned. And like, oh my God, I take it back. Because this is divine intervention. You know, when foundations crumble in your life in this way, you know, not always, sometimes we're destructive as fuck. Sometimes we allow destructive behavior in our lives. You know, I believe we're always on path, but we also have free will. This is the lack of free will. No, not the lack. This is divine intervention is what it is. So it's, you know, it's helping us out, even if it's extremely painful and there's a massive loss there. So if you've recently lost your job or your home, or you're freaking out right now, you know, Hermit, Temperance 2 times, Sun centrally, like, I would say just chill. patience and self-reflection and really thinking about belief systems and who you follow and why, okay? Especially if it's like you follow this political party or that culture, religion, belief, blah, blah, because your friends do, your parents do, your culture does. That's worth reflecting on. Okay, let's get your third. Nine of Wands, tired, the wounded warrior, you know, getting to the point of exhaustion here, which is why Temperance is out here 2 times. It's like, yeah, fuck, you're tired. And you've been working hard, man. 9 and 9, 2, major arcana, Hermit, and the 9 of Wands. It's like it's the end of a cycle here. It's the end of something, and it's time to allow newness. You know, it's time to allow love back into your life. It's time to allow yourself to have the courage to step into something new, especially when it comes to the people that we collaborate with in love and sex and friendship, all of that, okay? I want to see your next 3 because I think they're going to play in together. Knight of Wands, indeed. This is a cheater. I'm not going to give him that much shit, but like with everything right here, it's like, yeah, this is third party energy, 100%. The Sun again, thank God. Oh, and the King of Swords, okay. So it's truth, it's real, it's authentic. Whoever's maneuvering the way they're maneuvering right now, that shit is authentic. I can tell you that right now. And it doesn't feel like you, it feels like a person, a lover, since this is coming over the lovers. Priorities though, you know what I mean? Joy, clarity, abundance, fulfillment, priorities. And here it's like this feels like the same person perceived by you in 2 different ways. Okay, Knight of Wands, it's a female on that card. Don't pay attention to gender because I don't care if you're gay, straight, bi, trans, fucking female, non-binary. That literally doesn't matter. Masculine and feminine energy and the differences between them matter to me because we all have a certain balance of that within us, and that's important to know. Also how we work with the elements, like the wands being fire and swords being air. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a quick look. Just give me 1 second. I'm just sorry, I like mumbled. I'm gonna sip my tea, stare at these cards for a second, and try to get some clear messages for you so I don't just fucking ramble at you for the next... Yeah, we're already at 31 minutes. Cheers to you. Oh, Kitty's coming. I don't know if you're gonna see her or not. Okay, I promise I'm focused. Don't worry. Hi, baby. Do you want to come say hi to the people? They want to say hi to you. Let's see if I can get her in there. Hi, Mooshie. Oh, hi. She doesn't want to. Come say hi. I can't quite get her on camera. Sorry, guys. She's going to sit in my lap. She's going to be here for this reading. Kitty energy. Oh, excuse me. Kitty energy. Okay. Yeah, so we can see here, it's not just third-party energy. It's really somebody figuring out what they want. You know what I mean? The prioritizing, making the decisions between 2 people, between 2 types. You know, whether there's been somebody or there hasn't been somebody. It was really about just learning what was meant, right? What fits, what's fulfilling, being authentic. It's like that, you can look at that person like they're an asshole, and maybe the fuck they were. But now, in this moment and moving forward, you see how she's looking into the future? It's like here, not even paying attention to Knight of Wands, just look, she's taking one look back, and then boom, straight into the future we go. You know what I'm saying? Just one quick look back, and then you move on. Now, that can be emotionally, physically, or spiritually. So leaving somebody behind, or, I just looked at the time, it was 33:44, or just becoming so authentic and standing in your truth that you know what you want and you're not really willing to fuck with anything that's like not that, you know? So choosing the type of partner, she's like kneading on my leg. Just lay down, Kiwi. Just lay down, baby. Stop kneading my thigh. It hurts a little. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna take a second and refocus, make sure I get this. Because I want to be able to see. She's just pissing me off right now. I fucking love cats, but man, this is why I'm not having children. I don't have the patience. I'm like, no, fuck off. But I love her, and she's right beside me. Okay. Okay, for some of you out there, because there's a lot of people that watch these readings, okay? One is being chosen over the other. Duh. And the lovers are finally coming together. This is peace. This is unity. If somebody's been in a relationship for a while and cheating and they're leaving somebody for somebody else, like, let me just say, fuck you for being an asshole. But I'm glad that you're living your authentic life, okay? Because the person that you were hurting didn't deserve that, but you also didn't deserve to be so confused, okay? So I hope everybody fucking learns something here and we can all move on from this in love. Doesn't mean y'all have to like each other. I was a very vengeful type coming up, and that's my ego and that's my shadow that I had to integrate, okay? And it was just trying to protect me. Like, you know, in the end, you can be happy for someone if you truly love them. We say I love you to a lot of people that we do not love, because love means you want them to be happy with or without you. You're allowed to be pissed off that somebody fucking cheated on you, obviously, or was just like not authentic enough to be able to tell you the truth. Like, yeah, I'm playing the field. Because you would have been like, fuck you, and took off. It's like, you really got to be able to put yourself in the other person's position to judge this. And I've seen a lot of situations just in my life. I've just seen a lot of people come to me with a lot of stuff, and now I read cards, so even more so, right? So regardless of this situation, because I can feel the different situations that you guys are all going through, it's the similar energy of somebody figuring out what is worth committing to, okay? What really making the choice on what fulfills them and prioritizing that, their own authentic desires above anything else. Okay, so that's why healing is so important here, because clarity, the truth hurts. That's why you're not alone right now. Maybe that's why you need to focus on money. You know, maybe you just got broken up with and you've been around and around and around this fucking cycle with this person, 9 of Wands, so many times. Or maybe it wasn't even the same person. It's been like your last string of relationships or connections or situationships. And it's just teaching you the lesson, you know, and it's like, God damn, I'm tired. And that's good, because this is over for you. 9 means the end. You're getting ready to close a cycle out, and whatever has recently been removed from your life, especially a relationship like this, just know that everybody here is finally leaning into their authentic desires. That can be really difficult if you still care about that person, love them, or desire. You want them still. And it's like, yeah, but what's best for them is one beneath you and over there. You know what I'm saying? So just let it go. You gotta just whoosh, whoosh, aside. Don't sweep it under the rug. Feel the pain. Allow the healing or whatever. Like, cry over that person if you need to for days, weeks. I don't give a shit. But it's time to accept what has fallen, career, love, whatever, friendship in your life, so that you can actually have your authentic lover. Wouldn't that be nice? Huh? It obviously wasn't that fucking person, was it? I don't mean to be insensitive. Again, I'm your bestie sitting here, okay? Whatever is meant for you is what I want for you. And sometimes we need to go through some serious strengthening and tempering to get there. It can be dark times. It can be dark times. But the sun is here for everybody, okay? This lightens up the entire reading, including the Tower. So you'll start to feel joy again soon if it's been a really long time. Your money, your work, what you're creating and building in this world would be a great place to focus and just throw yourself into. Your body, your whatever you want to put work into right now, whatever is prosperous for you. Money, health, you know, physical strength, I don't give a shit. Your skill set. You know, strengthening your mind, getting mentally healthy, or whatever. Again, self-help, man. Like, some of those books, it's just the right sentence at the right time, and boom, everything shifts. Fuck yeah. Okay, let's get your last 3 tarot cards. Oh, I forgot, you got an extra one, too. I wasn't going to take it because I really wanted the whole 3, 6, 9 thing. But whatever, we took it. So let's see. The Nine of Pentacles. I was just making sure these aren't all in reverse. So this is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So really focusing, let's be real, not focusing on self-worth in the past here. And that's why that Tower had to come down. Okay, because if you're not valuing yourself and then all of a sudden you start, that's when shit falls apart, because now you're not vibrating on the same frequency as the things that you brought in when you were not valuing yourself. Word. Fist bump. Ten of Swords. There's all the lessons though. So there's your reason. That's the reason you went through everything you went through, because each one of those swords is a life lesson. Something that you mentally had to comprehend, analyze, tear it apart, think it over, feel, think. Jesus. My nervous system just got a bit tight, so I was just taking a deep breath for all of us out there. My throat is a little dry, but I think it's more because I have an incense going and I've been talking for like 3 hours than anything. But you know, like truth, authenticity, that's what this is all about. The life lessons were necessary. Know that with the 10 and with your first card being a 9, and you got a couple other 9s too, this signifies the ending of this cycle. Do you know why? Because you've accomplished. Do you see any more room for swords there? No, because there's only 10 lessons and then you start a new cycle. New chapter. And that's what this is all about. Success. There is a dawn on the horizon here. If you can see the sun, little sun peeking up there, that's dawn. And what's your central card? The sun. And you got it 2 times. So really truly understand that the way you valued yourself in the past was not as authentic as you going through this process are going to value yourself moving forward, which means your lover gets to come in. So if you lost somebody, I feel like you did, if you lost somebody or you're about to lose somebody in the next 2, I'm really sorry if I'm predicting your breakup right now. I am, especially if you're the one getting broken up with. I'm here. Write me, okay? Follow me on Instagram too, because the lives are going to be popping. I know it. I'm going to go live on Sunday for the new moon on Instagram, and I might do it on Facebook as well. Jump over, but I'll share the content everywhere. Okay, so wherever you're following EBINOTTI, let's see your next 2 cards. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles in reversed. Okay, feels a bit repetitive, huh? And the Page of Swords. Okay, give me a second with this whole side here. I just need a second. I'm gonna grab my tea and I'm just sip this for 1 second. I just want to make sure like the vibe I'm catching here is genuine, because there's a few energies I can pull in here, but I really want to give the message that's for you. Okay. So over the last little while, you and this person, you've done a lot of looking, a lot of thinking, a lot of paying attention to, curiosity, so much energy, put into what they're up to, what they're thinking. Is it me? Is it them? Is there something going on? This kind of has vibes from another pile, and I can't even remember which one, but I think it was the second one. So if you were thinking about watching one of the other readings, and you weren't really sure, maybe because they're super long, I would go back and watch it, because there's probably something there for you. But here, it's the energy of really trying to find and seek the truth. And that's it. That's the truth of it. You know what I mean? Is you are looking for the goddamn truth. You just want to know the fucking truth. Why won't you just tell me the truth? Why can't you just be upfront about the fucking truth? Why can't you just tell me you're playing the field? Why can't you just tell me you don't know if it's me or not? That's, you know, the one for you, or where the fuck we're at, or what you're thinking, or and the reason people don't tell you the truth is because first thought that they think is you can't handle it, or you will misunderstand it, or if I tell you the truth, then you're gonna do something I don't want you to do, like break up with me. Not be willing to be in this situation. That's why this is a shitty energy over here, and I was given the Knight of Wands so much shit saying you're a fucking cheater, because it's like, that's right, I would have left your ass, that's right, I would have fucking told you off, that's right, I would have said no, we ain't fucking doing this shit again, right? It's that energy of like, yeah, that's why they didn't tell you the truth. But here's the thing, King of Swords and Lovers and the Sun, that's your energy as well. And for you to pretend you didn't know this wasn't going to be the same shit over and over again is almost, not quite, don't come for me, but almost as bad as the person doing the shit in the relationship. It's like you knew. Of course you knew. No matter how non-spiritual and super linear and like structured your mentality is, you still have an intuition system. Okay? We all have it. We all have it, lovey. It's our emotions, our emotional guidance system. It's the gut. It's the nervous system. It fucking tells you. You know. Clarity, man. 2 sun cards out here. You knew. You fucking knew. And the problem is that know or don't know, we give people chances because we love them, right? Well, loving them sometimes is moving on, because that person is genuinely not for you and they have to go down on their own path. They have to go down. No, I didn't mean that. I mean, they need to go on their own path and at their own time and with their own choice of person. I'm thinking kind of specifically about somebody I know that's going through a situation like this too. So I know it's a bit of a similar situation, at least for some of y'all watching this, which is shitty because, you know, nobody wants to be caught in the middle. Nobody wants to be in a third party situation. Nobody wants to be the one who doesn't get prioritized, you know, like what the fuck. But also nobody wants to be in love with someone that's not in love with them, that's never going to give them the things that they prioritize that would be their match. See what I'm saying? The sun is shining for you here, not against you. So allow the towers to fall. Allow healing to begin. Get really serious about other things in your life. If your love life is a fucking shit show right now, okay? Like, just focus on other things. Your money, how you make your money, how you have fun. You know, get really clear on taking care of yourself, you know, some healthy habits, and, you know, be the person that is equal to the partner that you desire. That's what the Lovers is really all about. You know, the 6 in Major Arcana, the Lovers is like 3 and 3. It's equal, man. Like 2 pyramids, masculine and feminine coming together, mirroring each other, challenging each other. It's about growth. Like, that's why this is nothing like the soulmate energy, which is like supportive energy and loving and nurturing. It's like the twin flame is more like an obstacle course compared to that. Like, there's no nurturing. I mean, love and affection, yes, but hard. It's hard love. It challenges you to grow, to be better. Like I said, you know, towers come in when our lives aren't perfect. You know, a lot of people are scared of that card. But if your life isn't perfect just the way you want, then don't be afraid of it. It's divine intervention. It's actually gonna, first of all, surprise the shit out of you. But it's gonna get you where you need to be very, very quickly. That's why it's usually so shocking if it's not a genuine surprise. We're 47 and a half minutes in. I'm gonna, again, take a sip of my tea. I'm gonna have another look at your cards and just see if there's anything else that comes out. Definitely click the link for Haley Gamba, the self-care stuff, if you're, you know, femme and you're fucking into that kind of shit. She's interesting. I like her. She's great for product reviews if you don't want to try out 100 products to find what you're looking for. She gives really good advice for body care, but also like inner and outer beauty, which is why I like her. Obviously she puts a ton of content out there. So if you've been having trouble with self-care and really valuing yourself, I highly recommend you check out the self-help genre, maybe audiobooks, maybe somebody like Gamba. You know, take a bath tonight. Definitely, I love bathing rituals for the new moon and the full moon. Salty as the fucking sea baths. I also like bubbles, so like I'll put like 5 ingredients in my bath and then sprinkle flowers and chunks of wood, like, you know, just weird shit. I love having baths. So I highly recommend that you tune into some cleansing stuff. Again, this crystal, clear quartz, is excellent for that. Bathing rituals, really, really good for that, because you've got earth energy out here in the ways that you do. I'm gonna say, you know, spending time in nature with earth, plants, anything like that, really. Stargazing, moon gazing, I don't know, you know, get earthy, get witchy. I don't know, do what you gotta do in that sense, because I know you're going through it right now. I know this is not an easy one, temperance and strength, but the sun is, again, Temperance is big time healing, and strength is big time courage needed. So the sun being out here is really giving you the momentum you need to move forward. Allow that momentum to carry you if you don't have the spark yet. Okay, if you don't have anything right now and you're like, holy fuck, like I have so much to do, allow this will come in for you. It's your central energy. At some point in the next 2 weeks, all of a sudden the sun's gonna fucking come out, shine on you, and you're gonna be like, whoosh, I'm ready. Okay, if you have the spark within yourself, you already know, because Hermit, you already know the dream, you already have the focus, you're building your, you know, institutions, your belief systems, tearing things down, building things up. You're versed in temperance. I can feel the two groups, or the two different sort of paths here. That's it. I'm gonna leave that one at that. Garnet, clear quartz, those are big time. Rose quartz is out here too. If you're curious about anything on the altar or anything like that, just let me know, guys. I'd be happy. I like to chit chat, you know. I like to see what's up, what's going on. This was by far the longest reading. Well, it's like 5 minutes longer at least than all the rest. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't drive you crazy, you didn't fall asleep on me or anything like that. What else? That's it. I'll definitely be back for the full moon reading. You can expect other readings to come out though, so hit that notification bell if you want to know when the readings come out, so you can jump on and check them out. Personal readings are available. Just shoot me a message, comment, email me, however you want to do that. If you have me on other socials, you can hit me up there too. We can have the little chit chat, get everything set up, and then we'll do a personal reading. Okay, all the prices are the same as in person right now too, which is nice. That's it. Have a great night, guys. I really hope you enjoy this new moon energy. I know I'm looking forward to some sparkage, some sun shining on me. So I hope you get that too, okay? I'll see you on your next reading.